Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. We haven't done a current event in a while. I know I'm going to have to get back on top of this. I was doing them a lot more often in the past, but not recently. But I'm going to have to get on top of my game again, and we'll do this a lot more often. But I hope everybody is doing well. I am glad to see you all, and hopefully, the other people will show up and we will just have a good time going through these stories. So I hope you're all hanging in there. I don't know if any of you have been following the news that's coming out of China. There's a lot of crazy mess going on in China. China is going through a drought. And China is also going through a heat wave. I was looking at some parts of China, they're like 104 degrees. It is so hot in China, they had to close down a lot of their manufacturing companies because it was too hot in the buildings for people to work. So that is going to make the shortage situation even worse because they have to lock down so many companies around China because of the heat wave. There's, I guess, apparently those buildings don't have any air conditioning. So and they said it's like a furnace in there. They couldn't have people in there working. And on top of that, China is trying to use chemicals in the environment to force rain because the crops over in China are drying up and a lot of food goes out worldwide from China. So they are looking at a lot of problems, and they are really catching hell right now, for real. So if China can't get this stuff out, can't get the food out, is that's going to make the shortages that are going on worldwide even worse. So, we shall see, but it does not look good over there at all. I mean, the heat is kicking their behinds, and China is not one of those places that's used to 104 degrees. It's usually a lot cooler over there. I hear you. You're right about that. He's kicking their behinds for real. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And as people come along, I'll add them onto the panel. So, and it doesn't matter. I can do this solo. I'm not worried about that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Courtney Clenny. Now, this is the woman that killed her Nigerian boyfriend, Toby Obumseli, the Nigerian that kept going back to her and she was abusing the hell out of him. Well, they are looking at the history between her Nigerian, now deceased boyfriend. She and they went to Las Vegas, and this is before the elevator incident. They went to Las Vegas and they got into a domestic fight in Las Vegas, and she picked up a glass and threw it at his head. So that's now coming out about the abuse. And it just goes to show you he must have wanted a white girlfriend bad, because it just seems like their whole relationship was nothing but a bunch of domestic fights. And he just kept going back and going back and going back. And now he can't go back at all because he's dead. I'm going to go ahead and play this video. This is from NBC News, y'all. All right, hold on.
Stir. It's a new way
After
to watch
this ad.
TV for free. It's live local news, live sports, movies, TV shows, cult favorites, viral videos, and more. Just go to the App Store and download Stir. Free TV, anytime, anywhere.
An internet model now accused of killing her boyfriend in Miami, it turns out, was arrested a year earlier because of a fight with that same boyfriend here in Las Vegas. According to the arrest report, police were called to the Cosmopolitan last July for a domestic disturbance. This is 26-year-old Courtney Clenny. She allegedly admitted to throwing a glass that barely missed Christian Oboncelli's head. She was arrested at that point on suspicion of domestic battery, but the DA's office eventually dropped that charge. Clenny is now charged with second-degree murder, accused of stabbing Oboncelli to death.
Grammy Award winner, singer, and songwriter The Weeknd stopped in Las Vegas.
So you saw this history has been ongoing with their domestic violence. So, I got LVZ and True Royal. Shalom.
Hello, how's the royal family?
What's happening? What's happening?
Okay, I don't know if you caught that, but I'm doing that that white woman that killed her Nigerian boyfriend. Well, they found, in fact, that was a mugshot. She and her boyfriend, that Toby Obumseli, they went to Las Vegas, and this was before the elevator incident. And she threw a glass at his head. They got into a domestic fight there, and she got arrested in Las Vegas. So all of that is coming out. And I said, he must have wanted a white woman awfully bad to be getting all them ass beatings from that girl.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this motherfucker was taking more L's than the Detroit Lions with that white woman. And then he was pressed for Becky. Look, but you knew he wasn't nothing but a coon. Any Negro that calls himself Toby, you already know.
Lord,
You already know. The nigga called himself Toby. You ain't even got to beat him and change his name. I will do it for you if you give me a white woman. Now you know what.
Well, it's up, Toby. Damn.
Yeah, because his name is Chris.
I think that was just his nickname because
his
name was a lot longer than that. He was Nigerian, so he had one of them long names.
I mean, even an African would know you. You don't want that name.
All right, I'm gonna play the video one more time now that y'all are on the panel, so you can listen to what happened.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right, here's the ad again. So just disregard as soon as this ad is over.
We have 4,000 journalists around the country. They know the voice of the people there.
The National Desk, America's News Now.
An internet model now accused of killing her boyfriend in Miami, turns out, was arrested a year earlier because of a fight with that same boyfriend here in Las Vegas. According to the arrest report, police were called to the Cosmopolitan last July for a domestic disturbance. This is 26-year-old Courtney Clenny. She allegedly admitted to throwing a glass that barely missed Christian Oboncelli's head. She was arrested at that point on suspicion of domestic battery, but the DA's office eventually dropped that charge. Clenny is now charged with second-degree murder, accused of stabbing Oboncelli to death.
All right, y'all. You saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you see, that's all they did was they just had nothing but a bunch of fights, physical fights throughout their whole relationship.
No, I didn't see that. I just heard that she was whooping his ass. A fight is two people getting into it. I like the part, know.
You're right. He just stand there and he took them ass beatings.
Yeah, he just standing there. Beat me. I am happy to be Toby. But you know what the weirdest part about that was? Why did they call her an internet model? Is that what they calling hoes now?
Yeah, well, she was on. She was on OnlyFans and Instagram.
Yeah, what was she modeling? Boxing? What was she modeling? Boxing gloves?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right.
And I think she had like 2 million subscribers.
Oh, she thought she was the shits.
Now, that's what most hoes got, a lot of subscribers, Lisa. It don't make like True Royal said, a model, like advertises for companies. The only company this bitch could have advertised for was Everlast, the
Yeah.
boxing gloves
And
company.
you can tell it, and in that video in the beginning, that was her mugshot from Las Vegas. Because you remember when she got arrested for the murder, she looked like she was crying in the mugshot.
So what is the girl locked up or what, Lisa?
Yeah, she's locked up.
Yeah, they locked up.
It took them 4 months to put her ass behind bars.
Yeah, they need to lock up Hannah Payne.
I said it's amazing how they can look the other way when it comes down to the law when it's their own people. But yeah, they took 4 months to put that woman in jail for the murder of her boyfriend.
Well, Lisa, True Roy, Lisa, you know what the people say? Why they say, well, why are we finding this out now? They say, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Right.
That's right.
Sin City.
That's right.
They don't call it Sin City for no reason, right?
So someone asked, who is Hannah Payne? Hannah Payne is a white girl who killed an elderly black man who was going through a diabetic shock while he was driving his car in Atlanta. In Atlanta, she pulled her gun out and talking about he shot himself with her gun, and then
she changed her shirt. Shit.
Yeah, she changed her clothes, and somebody got her on film for changing her clothes, and that shit. What that happened with like 3 years ago now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been about that long, but I've been staying on top of it, and I've been doing my deep research, and she has a lot of family in law enforcement.
Well, speaking of deep research, how you feeling, True Royal?
I feel okay, and I thank y'all for your prayers. Y'all know I haven't been well because I ain't been on. I had another setback, but today been a good day.
Oh, good. Well, that's nice to hear. Did you and LVZ ever meet in California?
No, we did talk. Yeah. And during that time, I wasn't feeling well either. So LVZ probably couldn't get me. And I apologize, LVZ. Sometimes I don't know when it's gonna hit me. And I go into the zone.
I don't think long as you're okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's
my
right.
husband, he's taking care of me. But I didn't want to miss this. I wanted to support Lisa.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. It's a blessing having you here. So let's talk about Carolyn Bryan Dunham. All right, let me share my screen. Let's talk about this dog here.
Yeah, that's old.
All right, y'all. Let's talk. All right. So I did my video. Y'all want to hear something funny? My video made YouTube's homepage. It almost floored me.
What?
That video got over 400,000 views.
Get out of here.
Listen, I got more views on Carolyn Dunham, Bryan Dunham, than mainstream news. If you look at my views and look at mainstream news, I got way more views than mainstream news on that story.
That ain't hard to believe. You know why? Because you gave them way more information and you act like you cared way more than the motherfuckers. So people can tell the real from the fake.
Yeah, you know I've been telling you, Lisa, you got the
and I had some little white supremacist show up, and he saw, my box from Delaware and said, "You posted your personal information. I'm gonna put it all over the internet. Go ahead, and wherever you post it, right down there, right below it, this is where you mail my reparations." Okay.
Yeah, cut the check.
That's what you can write underneath my post office box, because that's what that is, dummy.
Yeah, and you come to her crib, you're gonna walk up on a situation. That's all I'm gonna say, because somebody then already walked up on the situation when they came before, and they floored it up out of there too, didn't they?
Sure did.
Sure did. Yeah, and that ain't no joke. We ain't joking. We really mean that. Somebody walked up on the situation. So
please
don't think Lisa up in there by herself.
Well, the
Yeah.
funny part is, you know what's even funnier? A couple about last year, 2021, a couple of Catholics did not like my story on how the nuns were all getting sick with the pandemic, right? So then they came to try to troll me by ganging up on me. So that very next day, I did a live stream on the Catholic Church's role in the slave trade, and them suckers never came back.
Mm-hmm.
They never came back. I did one on the nuns, I did one on the priests. See, you ain't gonna do nothing but ramp me up even more.
Oh, you need
Right.
to do one. You need to do one on all them aborted babies to be buried in their
Oh,
backyard.
I got a juicy story coming up about Roe v. Wade, and you just wait until you hear this one.
Oh, some juiciness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm down for the
So,
juice.
all right, LVZ, I'm gonna start with you on Carolyn Bryan and how that a black attorney general, because the attorney general in Mississippi is a black dude. And he made it very clear he was not going after her, and they did a grand jury, and sure enough, they shut it down, said they will not go after her.
Well, see, I hate to say this. I know people gonna be mad when I say it, but fuck your feelings. I just tell the truth. Mississippi know their niggas. Mississippi knows what kind of good niggas they got there. Think about it. Mississippi should have been mass exodus once they knew about Emmett Till. Growing up, knowing about Emmett Till, and it's still racist as fuck, and you didn't leave. And the first thing you said was, not I want to leave, or I want to challenge some of these police forces, some of these racist ass police departments down here. The first thing you said was, I want to be an attorney general so I can help the white man. So I'm just saying, they know what kind of niggas they got down there. That's why this sellout, buttermilk biscuit eating, Sambo monkey legs, helicopter arms doing, shaking his neck like a motherfucker, what's his name? Mantan Moreland. That's why that ass nigga was up there dancing and jizzing. I was never gonna do nothing to Miss Bryant. Massa Bryant been good to us. She gave us all the leftover pork. So, you know, fuck this cool ass nigga.
Well,
And
what I like to add to this is, I often talk about the nature of things, and when you see certain black folks in certain so-called high positions, they have demonstrated something to the enemy to let the enemy know how far they're willing to be compromised. You don't have to encourage them or anything. So what this attorney general did was just be true to their nature, because there still are, when all that stuff went down with Hitler, there are still some of those soldiers 100+ years old. I have seen it with my own eyes. I have seen them with gurneys, wheel them out the house, chained to the gurney on the way to jail. All right. So Carolyn Bryan's dusty old murderous ass, I don't give a damn how old she is, they can have her chained to the coffin, lock her ass up.
Yep. Yeah, and I agree with that. Now,
when it comes to murder, it ain't no limitation.
Right. There isn't. But see, here's the problem. And this has been an ongoing problem in America. They will enforce the law over some petty crap that don't matter. If one of us do something that they deem is wrong, it could be the most pettiest thing ever. They'll enforce the law. But when it comes down to their own people, that's when you will see them conveniently ignore the law and do whatever they want. So they literally pencil in and pencil out the law when they're good and ready. And that's the way it's always been.
Because this shit is real interesting, that they can tell you, oh, well, she's old and she's sick. And just like True Rose said,
but you know what, LVZ? When she was 21 years old, when Emmett Till was killed, the excuse was she's the mother of young children. That's
Now
why
she
they
look.
didn't do
Now,
nothing. So they
now
always
look.
got an excuse for her.
Lisa, now the excuse is she's a great grandmother to young great grandkids.
I guess.
Yeah, they've been protecting her ass for a long
Yeah,
time.
that's why they wouldn't arrest her back when Emmett Till was killed. They said
Right.
she was the mother of young children, so they didn't want to arrest her.
Hey,
Mhm.
look, why they said, listen, they said that Tupac mother had him in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
See?
and they
Look,
don't give a damn.
look at the difference, y'all. Look, we can't do that. She's a young mother. Tupac
Mhm.
mother pregnant. Let's get your ass in here and sit in this goddamn cell.
There's
They'll
young
handle
mothers.
they'll handle women.
There's young mothers going to jail every day in America, and they still gotta
Well,
go.
that's like that girl that ran track and field. They had locked her up, and when they locked her up, she was still breastfeeding her baby. You
Yeah, I
think they
think
gave
that
a
was
damn?
Marian Anderson.
Yeah, look at my
Yeah.
mind. Yeah, Murray. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they don't give a damn. They
Marion
don't give a
Jones.
damn.
Marion Jones.
Marion
Yeah.
Jones. I'm sorry, I
And
got the
then-
last name
And
wrong.
then on top of that, you can be pregnant in jail, and they'll have your ass handcuffed to the gurney while you giving
Yeah.
birth. And one doctor just got pissed off and said, "This is ridiculous. Where the hell you gonna run after you pushing a baby up out of you? Where you going?"
They don't care.
They don't give a damn.
don't care.
I know, like somebody just said, did they say Bill Cosby was too old to go
No,
to jail?
I brought that
Bring
up
it up.
too.
And blind.
And I brought that up during my video that I did on her.
Yep, in your video, I said, yeah, these motherfuckers. It's funny when it come to us, we ain't never too old to go to jail.
And no black woman with small kids, that is no excuse not to put her in jail. They'll put her in
Yeah, I'm
jail.
about to say, the first thing they say to you is, why didn't you think about your kids, nigga, before we locked you up? What?
And they'll handcuff them black kids too. I didn't seen them do that.
Yeah.
When I was doing them series of stories down there in Chicago, when the chief of police was black at the time, and he acted like he didn't care, they was handcuffing them kids, and every damn time they would bust up in them houses, they was going to the wrong house, pulling guns on black kids, and they purposely did one where he had his birthday party when he turned 6 years old. Them cops took the baby's cake and slammed it on the floor. And you know why they did that? Because they knew they was at the wrong house. And I noticed that. I noticed a pattern with them. When they screw up, they'll tear up your house even more.
Yeah. Dr. Motivator, Emmett Till actually, I listened to an interview that his mother did years ago. And she said that Emmett never stuttered until he got polio. Emmett Till got polio when he was 6 years old.
Oh.
She said when he recovered from polio, that's when he started stuttering for the first time.
Okay.
And from that point on, he had a stutter, but she said prior to that, he never stuttered when he spoke. But that's how polio left him.
Bless
Although he recovered, he just was never speaking the same from that point on.
Yeah, that affected him that way. I didn't know that. I knew he had a stuttering problem, but I didn't know that polio or something like that could affect it.
LVZ, I got two of you on my stream.
I'm about to say, how the hell am I in here twice?
I'm gonna remove one of you.
Yeah, get one of them crazy niggas out of here.
I got twin LVZs up in here.
I know what is that Mimi in the back in there in the picture there?
Oh man, Mimi was in this. Mimi been terrorizing that. She's terrorizing them in that hotel room. She is beating my nephew. She in there beating the shit out my nephew and Jabari. She is punishing that.
Lord.
Well, that's what kids do, you know.
Yep.
It wouldn't be fun if you weren't torturing somebody. That's how it is.
That's why I was laughing when we went to Sesame Place, because she was reading the Riot Act, the Cookie Monster. I just wish I knew how to translate whatever it was she was saying, because she had her finger in his face. It was pointing at him. It was like, and then he looked away. She said, "Hey, hey," and it punched him in the leg. Like, motherfucker, look at me.
Woo.
All right,
She
y'all.
was in
I
there.
got the
Right.
next story.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, since Roe v. Wade, these women have been up in arms, mainly white women, because it wasn't really that many black women out there, up in arms about not being able to have access to abortion. Well, recently, there's been all these unauthorized abortion pills being sold online. In fact, the people that are selling these pills are making a killing.
Really?
Yes.
Let me go find out where I can get me some of these
And
ABO pills.
they are selling these abortion pills, and these are from different countries. They're not all from America, but they're posting these abortion pills and they're literally selling out. So this
You
is
know-
more evidence. These folks, look, the men are getting record-breaking vasectomies. The women are being defiant. They're buying out all the Plan B pills. They're buying these abortion pills online. How are you going to build up your population, white man and white woman, if this is going on?
Lisa, that's not our problem.
You
But
know?
what you just did, but
Thank
let me
you.
tell you one. Let me tell you one thing. No, you just did, sis. I want y'all brothers and sisters out there that's out there in that dope game to get out of it. Lisa just showed you a new way. You can get you some of these ABO.
Now check this
Mhm.
out.
I know what block. Huh?
Check this out. I'm gonna try my best to be filtered. Oh, Kim, your mouth. So, all right, be filtered, Kim. I'm in full support of all of this, and LVZ is right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I need to invest in this or something like that. I think
Man, I'm
But check
gonna give
this
me
out.
a pound of them.
Yeah, but check this-
Reparations, y'all.
check this
Think
out.
reparations.
I'm in full support of all of this. Y'all, the ones that can't get the vasectomies, the ones that can't get the what do you call that? Whatever, them Plan B pills and all of that. I'm selling toys real quick. All right. I'm gonna be selling y'all some toys and stuff like that. And I've been saying to Lisa on the phone for the longest, some people need to stop screwing. I'm really trying to be filtered, Kim. Oh, I'm trying to be filtered and stuff like that.
Look, we know we can't control. We can't control that, but what I can control is the flow of these ABO pills. So let me tell where everybody needs to stand at where you can slang them. Me, I'm in the best spot. Okay. I'm from DC. So I'm gonna stand right there next to the Supreme Court while they coming down. We can't have our abortions. Here you go. Oh, thank you. We can't have our abortions. Here you go. Right here. Yes, you can. Here you go. I got them right here. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna have a big pill with a motherfucking picture. I'm gonna have a pill like the ecstasy pills. I'm gonna have them etch Margaret Sanger's face in one of them pills.
Yeah.
And sell them. I got them singers. I got them singers.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what this really is revealing? The reason why, I'm just talking about the white woman. I ain't worried about the white boy. The reason why Becky is breaking her neck trying to get whatever concoction put up in her is because it's some brothers been hitting that, and she like it raw, and you know, she thinks she could take something real quick, and then she'd be like, oh damn, she don't want, you know, nothing to come out real dark looking like Kunta Kinte. I'm telling you, something really going on with them. And
that ain't really always.
Come on,
because I'm in.
They messing with brothers.
Sis, I look, Auntie. I know what you said is true. What I'm saying is, I don't see white women aborting a whole bunch of black men's babies. If I did, Pennsylvania would be non-existent. The whole state.
I think I disagree.
No, they are aborting them. Yeah, but LVZ is right. They are aborting mainly white babies. Trust me, they would not. Trust me, they would not be changing the laws if it was mainly biracial children.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
abort it.
'cause
They
I'm-
wouldn't change no law.
I want you, man, True Roy. I wish you could be
I hear
out
where
here
you
where I'm at.
I hear where you coming from. I'm listening because I've never been out there.
I'm
So
telling
you
you,
know
if you
better
could
than
be
me.
out here where I'm at right now, like
Mhm.
remember I was in Philly last week, and I kept saying, I said, God damn, man, am I the only nigga that like black women? Wow. So I said, there's a lot of mixed kids. Now I'm on the other side of Pennsylvania. Nothing but mixed kids. Well, I'm saying total white men walking around with Negro children. I'm talking about this kid couldn't have been mixed. I'm like, damn. Maybe they ain't aborting our kids. You know who kids they aborting, True Roy? And I seen this. You know who kids they aborting? The Slurpee man. Cause they don't want no kid. Hello, how are you doing, mother? Can you go out to the kitchen and get me some plain power? Nobody wants the Slurpee man kid.
But you know
So
who's telling it. You know who's telling it. You know who's telling it. The medical industry is telling it because they're
But they
being
need that
disturbed.
melanin, though, True Royal. They need that melanin because them procreating together, that ain't making no babies.
Right.
They need that
Because
melanin.
Because True Royal, let me tell you.
Oh Lord. Oh, I don't want to be filthy.
White men, I'm learning something new. When you travel the country a little more, like driving around, I'm saying weird shit, and I'm like, damn. White men are proud of having black kids. You know why, y'all? Because now they can finally be at the NBA draft and clap for somebody today. It's something to do with. I'm telling you, they want a kid that's going, man.
Yeah,
white
they
people
can't- they
tired
can
of
no
wearing
longer-
LeBron.
They can't exist without that melanin, and
Yeah,
that is the
right.
truth.
Yeah, you're right. But some of them
I don't
kids,
care how good you
some of them kids be screwed up, Lisa.
They're
with
screwed up an awful
mixing.
lot.
I'm telling you
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you something. I know. I'm telling you something. I'm living daily. A lot of them mixed kids be messed up.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that, Auntie. Look, I be saying that a lot. It's very few of them who ain't a little bit off. You looking like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why do you have on Crocs, nigga?
But you know what? Yeah, you're right. They abort biracial children in the movie only.
Okay.
But in real
Yep.
life, they have them
In
babies.
real
Look,
life.
how many
Well, she
times have you heard? How many times have you heard stories of a biracial child looking for their white mom, okay, because they didn't get aborted?
No, that's
And
right.
then that woman goes on and marries a white man and have a whole bunch of white babies, and all of a sudden this biracial
Well, you
child
start
appears
even
at the
you
door.
even see commercials. You even see commercials like that now with LVZ's talking about, where you'll see a white man with a black daughter. They always I've been seeing a lot of that.
Mhm.
It's been standing out heavily, but they want more than good DNA. You know, I'm being real filtered tonight
Yeah.
because Lisa
But
probably.
what
had to
about
pull
my
me off.
man? What about my man Ed Stark? He even said it. Why would you have a baby by a black man? And we know this happen a lot. They'll have the baby by a brother and then take him from him, and he never has any relationship with the black family.
And that
Yeah.
kid be screwed. Yeah, I keep seeing
Yeah.
people say Christian Walker.
But
He a hot mess.
now see, that's what I'm talking about. You want to talk about that's why I'm not against abortion. Right there. Christian Walker. Everybody don't need to be born, y'all.
Yeah, that's a perfect Daniel Cameron.
Thank you. Everybody, that's why I'm for people be like LVZ for abortion. Yeah, well, nigga, if you could go back in time and give a Plan B pill to Candace Owens, Daniel Cameron.
But you
Fuck
can
it.
tell. But one thing about Daniel Cameron, LVZ, you can tell he's a coon. He don't even have to open his mouth.
Yeah, he
And
don't
you
even have
can
to
look
try.
at him and you know you're looking at a coon.
You see it in his body language. There's a picture.
Daniel Cameron, go look at a picture of Daniel Cameron. Daniel Cameron don't have a top lip.
You should see how he's standing in the picture.
Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, he a hair lip.
Yeah,
I was watching your video when
he
you
don't
said
have a
that. I
top
said,
lip.
yeah.
You know
That's
who
why he
else
can't
don't
grow a
have-
mustache.
You know who else
That's why he
don't
can't
have
grow a
any lips?
mustache.
Wait a minute. You know who else don't have no lips? David Clark. Go look at David
Yeah.
Clark. David Clark don't have no lips.
But
Well, Lisa,
I think that is a coon characteristic.
Wait a minute. There's
Because-
another characteristic, Lisa. There's a picture of Daniel Coon where he's standing. You can see his whole body where he's standing, and he's standing real stiff with his arms all tight. And I like, what kind of pose is that? I mean, it ain't nothing even in his DNA. The dude is screwed. All the
but
way.
it's three characteristics too, though. It's another one. It's another one.
Wait, Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson don't have a top lip. Y'all go look at Jesse.
No,
Jesse
he don't
have a top
but
lip.
see, he don't. But this what I was going to tell you. This what I going to tell you. The joint about Sheriff Clark and Jesse Lee Peterson. This is an anomaly. Let me tell you why, sis. Because if you look at baby pictures, they had a top lip, but they kissed so much white ass, they lost their top lip. Coonan will take your top lip. You can't kiss so much. If you kiss too much white ass, you lose your top lip, nigga. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing, y'all talk about characteristics, shape ups. Look at them niggas shape up. You ever seen it? You know they don't go to a black barber shop. You can tell. Look at Daniel Cameron's headline. He look. I said, damn.
It keep going back and back and back and back. I've noticed that.
But if you look at the size, they never should. Like, you know, you go to the barber joint. We done all been to a black barber shop. It's that poster. What number is the Daniel Cameron? There is no number that's the Daniel Cameron. Nobody sits down and says, give me that Daniel Cameron.
You're going to be
Let me get that shirt.
They're going to hear
right, let me get that Jesse Lee Peterson. That's another thing about Coon. They be holding on to their head. They just don't let it go. Look at Stephen A. Smith. How you got a receding hairline and a bald spot?
No, Stacey Dash is half crazy.
But she is a Mexican, though. She is half Hispanic, right?
Mm-hmm. But what they consider them?
Yeah.
Niggas, too.
That's what they consider her, a miyate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they consider her.
Or they put a dirty, or they'll call them, when I was working in the field, they would call them a dirty Mexican.
Look, that somebody in there playing, but believe it or not, remember when he got attacked by Donald Trump, what did his white mom say? I'm one proud bitch. Notice Colin Kaepernick mother, just like Lisa said, gave him up for adoption, y'all. She never had no relationship with his black father after she fucked him and had a baby, but gave the baby up for adoption. Now, y'all think about this. She wouldn't have no abortion with that black baby, True Rule. She just gave him up for adoption. You see that a lot. You see that a lot. What they do with our kids. They'll have babies by black men. The thing is, eventually their whiteness kicks in and they do just like what happened with a friend of mine's cousin. He marries this white supremacist bitch. Look, you know you wrong. You don't marry into no family. They don't let you in the house.
Ooh.
He has a baby by this broad. He can't even go to the house. I heard they had told me the story about the time the father threatened to blow his black brains out. And once she met a white, later on down the line, now the baby like 17. But when she met a white man, when the baby was like 8, she just abandoned that nigga at the school one day. Left his little ass at the school. Just like Lisa said. What they done mess with Lisa? With Lisa, you here?
Where did Lisa
They
go?
must have messed with.
They messing with Lisa?
Let
me see.
Yeah, cause look, Lisa that just put up T.O.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear?
She got it on mute.
Oh, okay.
She got it on mute. I was looking at backstage. All right,
Oh,
well,
okay.
you know, we can hold the fort down.
Yeah, we can
Can you
hold
hear
it
me?
down.
Lisa back.
Can you
Lisa
hear me?
back.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
There
Okay.
you go.
Thank
Now
you,
I can hear you.
Del Monte Green Beans. Thank you for the super chat. Coons equals skulls turn into anything.
But you know what? I want to say one more thing about unquote biracials. If there are any biracials listening, this world is not going to accept you as biracial. They gonna
Yeah,
call you a nigga too.
Yeah, they
that's
already
for the
have.
Mm-hmm.
right. That's for the people who ain't like my man Ed Stock, who don't understand. But Ed explained it to me. He said, "You got us light skinned black people, and then you got biracial." I started laughing.
There you
He
go.
said, "No." He said, "I'm just a light skinned black man. My mother being white has nothing to do with when the police catch me." I said, "That's right."
That's right. Mm-hmm.
He was
See,
like,
but
"They don't give a fuck." He said, "I even had to have arguments with my mother and explain to her, look, your whiteness don't protect me."
But see, there's different type of light-skinned black folks. I call it when you take somebody like a Malcolm X or Huey Newton type.
Yeah.
I call it the light-skinned secret. They so radical like me that we don't want nobody to leave no doubt that we don't play that game at all whatsoever. So when I was working in the field, I was not liked at all because they could tell by the way that I talk, by the way that I act, I ain't fucking with you and I don't like you whatsoever. I only like my own people and I only like black men. I only mess with black men. Fuck the rest of them.
Chocolate Night 2. Thank you so much for the super sticker.
Oh yeah, and chocolate is fine. Dark chocolate.
Yeah. So let's go on to this next story. T.O. is living in Florida. He lives in $1 million house. You know, all the houses around him, I think they said are $1 million on up.
Mm-hmm.
And
better.
he went out
Yeah,
to
or
get
better.
his mail, and Karen came out and started accusing him of bothering her. And he was like, I didn't say nothing to you. I was just going to get my mail. And she said, I told you to slow down. And thank goodness it was another black woman that lived right by T.O. And she came out and told the cops, ain't nothing happened. I was here. She said, I was in my garage the whole time. Nothing happened. Karen did the Karen thing. As soon as the cop showed up on the scene, Karen started crying.
Them white woman
Lisa,
tears.
you know what? Karen is playing the game. Karen wanted her back blowed out, Lisa. They should be sitting up here playing that damn game. No Karen's gonna be fooling me.
T.O. said he never had a Karen experience until that happened. He said he saw the Karen stuff online, but he never actually had it happen until that moment down there in Florida. And Karen's husband was right there too, and he didn't do nothing to stop her.
Yeah, because that's all she did was play that game.
He didn't do
They
nothing.
never do though.
Mm-mm.
They
He
never
didn't do a
stop.
thing.
If you really think about it, Lisa, let's think about True World. Let's think about it. A lot of these recent Karen videos I've been seeing, the husband is actually right there. And 60% of the time they're going, honey, let's just leave. And she like, fuck you, fuck them, fuck him over here. He's a nigga, she's a monkey, he's a coon.
That's what happened, LVZ. LVZ, that's what happened. He told her to go in the house, and she wouldn't go in the house. She wanted to stand outside and cry in front of the cop.
Lord. You know what you're making me think of, LVZ? I know you've seen it. Remember that Karen at that baseball game, and she was talking crazy to that brother, and she swung on that brother, and he knocked the hell out of her. Then her old man, then her old man, then he got knocked the hell out of. But everybody
got knocked out too.
But everybody supported the brother. Everybody said no, she started it. She the one that started. See, Karen to get your ass whooped. Keep it up, Karen.
But she wanted that cop to do something to T.O. so bad. She tried to put on the waterworks and everything. It didn't work.
Try. She ain't try. She had that fountain of whiteness flowing. Lisa.
Yeah, she had it flowing. She sure did.
Oh my God, he threatened me. You're a black man coming
I
up
was
to a
scared.
white woman.
Yes, yes, I heard her
A
say that.
white woman.
Hmm
That man, he was loud up.
But then again, y'all, let's be fair here. T.O. has been with plenty of white women.
Mm-hmm.
And let's
And
also be fair.
plenty.
T.O. was stumping for Trump. You would look when you talk that coon. That's why he lay down there in Florida, in that area, with all the white folks comfortable,
Mhm.
or so he thinks.
I don't even feel sorry for him.
Mhm.
We can't. We gotta look. That's why people like Visa. You so high? I say yeah. I said I'll talk about it on Lisa channel with Lisa True Road. All I'ma say to y'all on my channel was this: nigga, you was cooning. I can't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This just your nigga wake up call. That's like Candace Owens sitting, putting up at the airport. They won't let her on because she's black. Bitch, probably so. But so what?
But she said it ain't no racism.
Yeah. Didn't she say that?
Yeah, there ain't no racism
No,
until they get a nigga moment.
she did.
Mhm.
Y'all need to stop that. She did not say that. And you know, I got the proof that she didn't say that. The proof is that $300,000 she got when she sued for racism. So she didn't.
Right. Right.
You heard about
But
that?
all of a sudden, when it's anybody else, it's not racism. But when it
Yeah.
happens to her, it's racism. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
but
right.
wait a minute, just her and only in her existence only.
Right. All right.
see,
So
Candy.
we got another Karen, y'all. So this story came out a few days ago. This Karen called the police on a black man that was standing in front of his own house.
front of his house.
She would not believe that he actually lived there. She
I
did not
saw
want to
that
believe
shit.
that this black man lived there.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, I saw that shit. I was hot. Oh, I was hot. I was hot as shit, Lisa.
Mhm.
Ain't this a bitch? A nigga can't stand it for. Hey, but you know another thing I said? I said, well, shit, it happened to Dr. Dre, nigga.
Mhm.
Oh,
Sure
didn't
did.
it? Sure did. You right about
Yes,
that?
it did. But that's what happened. Karen comes rolling up and accused this black man of not living there, and he's standing in front of his own crib, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
This is his own crib.
My husband had an
Bitch,
encounter with a male Karen last week. That white man got cussed out so bad down there on the corner, Lisa. Ooh, he got cussed out real bad. He told my husband what he could and could not do. Ooh, he
yes,
got
they will do that out there.
yeah.
Hey, y'all, let me tell
Okay.
y'all, man, out there with True Roulette, I ain't seen so many highway Nazis as I have in California. Got so many highway Nazis, boy.
Now, Del Monte Green Beans, thank you. You said for the super chat, you said them Karens are fishing for attention, realizing thy can't get can't get this stroke. Yeah,
That's what it is.
but
Yeah,
you know
It's
what?
got to be
No,
so.
you're right. You're
It's
right.
There's something going on inside the crib.
It's so. Because
Daddy
think
ain't
about
taking
this.
care of business.
Why you mad this man standing in front of a nice house? This can't be a nigga's house.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying to her.
Supposed to be up
This
in the
literally
room.
what she was saying. This can't be a nigga's house. We don't have that, but niggas do.
Well, she was in for a rude awakening. He really lived there. He really lived in that house. She did not want to believe it.
Wouldn't they be surprised if we called on them and said, "It's some white folks living across the street from me. I want to just make sure. Do they really supposed to be living there? How do that shit
Right.
sound? How do that shit sound?
It sounds like it make good sense, True Rose. Shit, you been saying all the school
Well, they're
shootings.
gentrifying a lot of neighborhoods. That would be a very reasonable question, right?
Right.
Okay.
Shit. Would it be a better one? When you going to the first day of school, y'all, if you see white parents come in, start calling the police. It's a little white kids at my kid's school. They might shoot it up. Just be watching. That's what you do.
I want to say something. I want to say something to Tyrone. You said how That's how you fight gentrification. Let me tell you something. Gentrification is not going to work, and I can prove it to y'all. They ain't having babies. In order for gentrification to work, you got to have babies so they can build schools. In Emeryville, California, which is next door to Oakland, California, they did a so-called gentrification, and they couldn't even build no more schools or anything, and it collapsed on them. Gentrification is not going to work. Just keep paying attention to what I'm talking about. You got to have, you can have people in the neighborhood all day, LVZ, but you got to have families to have stuff to work. You got to have people, you got to have grocery stores. You got to have all that stuff to make a neighborhood thrive.
Well, I was going to say DC is living proof that it don't work, because they did this gentrification shit where they took all the projects away, and it's still 60% black. Why? Because you just got more black people with more money moving to DC now. Hey, fuck it.
Yeah. People to make the adjustments.
Yeah. They can't run everybody out at the end of the day. They really can't.
No. And eventually, when white people ain't buying it, but you got niggas crazy enough to do it, you gonna lose money, or you like, damn, I try to keep these niggas out of it. They the only people can afford the shit.
Yeah. All right. So Peyton Gendron, y'all remember good old Peyton Gendron shot up the top supermarket. Yes. He's getting ready to go before. He's getting ready to go before the grand jury soon. So his defense is preparing for the grand jury. The only thing they need to do is bury this guy behind bars. That's it. There should be no getting out, no potential for getting out.
What's the purpose?
This is my only problem. I do have a problem with it, though. This is my problem. Where's that motherfucker police officer or federal agent that gave him the schematics of when and how and where to attack? Shouldn't he be up on charges too?
Yeah, I hear you.
You're right.
And whoever helped him write that manifesto, because the more I listened to that manifesto, he didn't write that.
Listen,
Peyton Gendron did not write that manifesto, y'all.
I know. And once you reported about the dude having contact with a federal agent, it all made sense. That's who wrote it for. Why not go? Why can't look? They can RICO the fuck out of black rappers or black dudes. They think, let me sell one bag of weed. They gonna RICO me, you, True Roy. They going to KD house. They going, look, everybody in the chat room, Ashley Brown, they coming to get you, baby. Chalk Chick, they coming to get you, my love. They coming to get y'all. In the RICO, let LVZ have one dime bag in a state where they sell weed. They locking me up for, look, Atlanta, all that, they got weed down there that they sell. It don't matter, nigga. You sold a dime bag, you're going there. All of us is going on the RICO. A white dude can shoot 20 people, leave a manifesto, and this would crack us like, well, it appears he was working by himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, LVZ, they be out there saying he's a lone wolf.
Yeah,
all lone wolf. Every last one.
They got mental health issues, you know. Yeah, they come up with all that.
Yeah, then that's another thing. He crazy, but he not so crazy. But he's so crazy that he know how to save some money at 18 to buy AR-15, get gas, scope out neighborhoods,
and remember, at his parents' house, LVZ, he had over 1,000 rounds.
Right. He was depressed. Nigga, he wasn't that depressed.
No, LVZ.
He wasn't that depressed.
Didn't he write the N-word on the barrel of his AR-15?
He wrote the N-word. He wrote, "Here's your reparations." Buck status broken. All of that shit. He wrote all of it, but he was crazy. Crazy motherfuckers don't do shit like. Let me tell y'all, white folk that's listening to this, because I know you listen. You be spying on us and shit. So I know
Mhm.
you listening.
Yeah.
Y'all stop faking like y'all don't know what crazy is. Crazy is not a cracker who writes all types of racial slurs and shit dedicated to black people on a gun and kill only black people. Crazy is a cracker that sits in the middle of traffic and eats a bowl of dog shit. Now that's crazy.
You no, LVZ, you absolutely right, because there's a crazy white boy down the hill from us at the local 7-Eleven.
And this breath smell like dog shit.
He ain't washed his ass since 1972.
Right.
Okay, that's crazy.
Right.
Now
That's crazy.
Now this is what I've been saying for years. If you want to prove if somebody real crazy, put them in a padded room. And if they don't ask in a 24-hour period for a drink of water or something to eat, they're crazy. You can't even recognize you hungry. You know, bam, feed me. That's crazy. Now, you got some black folks that we may say they crazy. Black folks may say they crazy, but they Pacific with their craziness. All right.
They black people crazy, y'all. That don't count.
Now this kind of black folk, they gonna pacifically come for your ass. I'm gonna go cray on your ass. I'm not gonna hurt nobody else. You've been fucking with me. You've been messing with my paper, my family, or whatever, and I'm coming for you. That's a crazy black person coming pacifically for your ass.
But this my thing.
The Prince of Paraphernalia, aka the Pop. Thank you for the super fat white people age like bananas on hot trash. Or hot trash.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, look. Okay. Prince of Paraphernalia, like this, and they age like lettuce in the Christmas. Damn, bitch, you brown and wilted. I just bought you yesterday.
Yeah, damn, you laying to the side. You can't stand up straight.
You can't stand up, Becky.
That is so true, y'all. Okay.
Banana peel genetics. Oh my goodness. That's funny.
Okay, y'all. Let's see what else we got here. We did TL. Oh, yeah. We got to do California. You know it ain't gonna be right unless we do California. So California becomes the first state to break down black data by lineage for their reparations.
Oh, I need to go back to work. I want my money.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute. They want the lineage. How much white you got to have in you? How much black you got to have in you?
No, all you gotta do, it's not about that.
Oh, it's not.
It is about you being able to trace your family back to slavery or find the slave.
I can do that. I can do that shit.
It's not about you being part black or black this or some white dude that raped one of your great grandmother. No, it's none of that.
This is beginning trace them back to they distinguishing basically foundational black Americans as their own separate group, auntie.
That's right.
So we not Jamaicans, we not Haitian and American.
Not throwing you in the pot with Africans and all that stuff.
Okay,
good.
Right.
Okay, good.
And
you gotta trace back down to the person that possibly owned you.
No, it's not about ownership.
It's not about that. You keep talking about the white man.
People. It is
about your people.
Your people.
Okay.
Your people. Fuck that white man.
Let me just say this. True Royal, X out the white folk. Just focus on the black people in your lineage. That's it.
Yeah. That's been here.
I want some money from the white people too, Lisa.
Like
No. This is about the reparations. So you want to find your black folk? You don't want to find white people, then that kind of negates you getting reparations. Forget them.
Yeah, what they
you need to focus on your people.
I don't know them people then.
Let me break it down to you, T-Roll. This is what it is. Gavin McInnes just signed a bill basically separating foundational black Americans, meaning can't no African who just got here 20 years ago get or qualify because he's not you. You get it?
Right.
Okay, I got you.
Right.
That's what they saying. So
And
basically,
don't focus on the white folk. Focus
Okay.
on your black
yeah,
I need to
family
go
members.
read up on this.
yeah, that's what it's about. And what's good about this is now this is going to set a trend around the country. Now people gonna understand. Hey,
So
look,
do
no,
something for my
I'm not.
application right now.
I'm
Shit.
not an African, dude. You
Where's my
can't.
application?
No,
Where's the applications at?
no, you don't get it. True Road. You still saying no?
I'm
It's
just being
basically
difficult.
saying,
You know when I'm being difficult. Just go along
oh
with
nah, nah. I'm just saying. I can't wait till it's finally distinguished. Like one thing you write though about the application, I can look at the application now. It'll say race, black, ethnicity, foundational Black American, Haitian, Jamaican, African. Oh, let me do FBA. I'm not none of them. I'm a FBA dude. I'm not none of them.
Right. So he's setting a separate category for that only.
All right.
But that
So
on,
no, so we're
yeah,
not trying to dig up white family members. You know, that is
nah, fuck that.
absolutely what you don't want to do.
No, I won't do
Yeah.
that.
Hey, but you know, if you want to have a good laugh, Lisa and True Roll, I want y'all to Google it. I want you to Google this, Lisa. LaDainian Tomlinson thanks the white man who enslaved his family at the
Oh
at no
Lord.
bullshit.
Oh
I
no.
seen that. I seen that shit.
Yeah, what he said. I'm here. This man, black is cold, talking about I'm here of mixed race to unite black and white under one name, Tomlinson. And I, nigga, if you don't go, did you just thank the slave master for taking your great great grandfather named George?
How you doing, KD? Shalom.
Shalom, Lisa, Terrell, the LVZ. How y'all doing tonight?
All
Hey,
right. How are
KD.
you?
I'm
But you
doing
know
good.
what, y'all? Isn't that what Oprah did years ago?
Yeah, she did that. She did that cool shit.
Oprah's family was owned by Elvis Presley's family. Did y'all know that?
Yep.
And Oprah said, listen, LVZ, Oprah said she was glad that Elvis family owned her family. Oprah said something just like that years ago.
What type of shit? Well, Oprah said, hold up. Let me stop.
Oprah
Ain't that the one who cried? Yeah, but ain't that the lady who cried in front of Barbara Walters talking about she wished she was white?
Yeah, well, she said she was glad that Elvis Presley family owned her people.
Oh, that's how she got that $1 billion. But I ain't gonna. Money ain't worth my dignity. Oh Lord, I'm so glad. Oh Lord, Master Presley, I'm so glad you beat my mama's back. I'm glad you beat big mama's back. What? Bitch, are you crazy?
No, that don't even sound right, LVZ.
Hell nah. Good Lord. Oh Lord, I'm so happy you owned us. You was one of the best owners.
Watch they throw some bullshit in this. I'm gonna email me this. Thank you for this, Lisa, because I need to read this and wait till they throw some bullshit off in the middle of the game.
Look, True Roll.
Because they don't want us to have a bunion.
She say, look, this is what Oprah say. Master Presley, one of the best masters. He give us turkey chitlins on Thanksgiving.
No,
he gave him,
and an extra butter biscuit, with some extra syrup on it. Well, back in the day, they would give them a slab of lard. That's really what they would give them. Your ass wouldn't even get no butter. You get a slab of lard.
I mean, after hearing that, who the hell want to claim her? I mean, she can stay over there all the hell she want. Talking about want to be a slave over there. Stay your ass over there.
Woo, go ahead, KD.
She ain't want to be. No, KD. You being too nice, brother. She ain't say she want to be a slave. She said she was happy that she was.
She said happy.
One thing to say you want to be, but this say you happy about this shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not happy about no slave master that owned my family. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Root Trackers, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's go on to the next one because you know how it is. You don't run out of stories, especially nowadays with all the stuff going on. You don't run out of no stories at all. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. We got to talk about the McMichaels and Roddy Bryan. Sentence, father and son sentenced to life. Bryan sentenced to 35 years for hate crime charges.
He ain't getting out either. He got them sexual assault charges on his ass.
No, he ain't getting out. And you got to think about it. He's already, isn't he like 55 years old?
Yeah, his dusty ass.
And you're talking 35 years. He gonna make it out of there in a body bag.
And who is he sexually harassing? Just mess up my dinner. Damn.
Okay, Del Monte Green Beans, thank you so much for that super chat. Lord, Miss Cabrera, Oprah needs that kitchen smack. Lucky I'm not on the panel. Thank you.
No, the hell with that. Send her ass some skin bleach in her head. Bleach her damn skin. Stay her ass over there.
KD, I think she did because
she already did that, KD.
I think she already did, KD. If you go back and look at pictures of Oprah early in her career and look at her now, she's definitely a lot lighter.
Let me go do my research. Let me look at
Oprah.
They said she did. They said she did. She must didn't go far enough.
Go look at cuz you can't cuz if you go too far, you're gonna be Michael Jackson, Sammy Sosa. You don't want to look like
where she goes, she should be that fucking color.
Yeah, but if you look at back then, that's when Oprah was wearing that little short fro.
Yeah,
and when she was young, and Oprah was a lot darker then. And if you look at the way she looks now, I think she has lightened. She don't look the same.
Oprah been bleaching it up.
Yeah, I think she has. I think she has a long time ago.
But look, Lisa, I heard Travis McMichael been crying like a bitch. My butthole is in danger. He look that man Travis McMichael went to court crying like a bitch to the judge talking about my butthole is in danger. Oh Lord.
But
oh Lord, my butthole.
LVZ, listen, it was Greg McMichael just before the sentencing for the hate crime. He was trying to beg the judge for leniency. And he got hit with that life sentence anyway.
That shit had me crying, Lisa. I just heard that motherfucker was crying like a bitch. Please put me in the feds. Ain't that what he said, Lisa? He asked to go to Club Fed. Did he? Put me in the feds.
He in there with Tyrone.
They don't have them in Gen Pop though, True Royal. They still got them in separate cells from Gen. They did not put them in Gen Pop.
Oh, so they in solitary confinement. They're gonna lose their mind.
They're not in
They
Gen
scared
Pop.
Bubba. They scared Bubba gonna come get him.
But you know what? The father, he should be happy because you seen that linebacker wife he have. That
I saw his wife.
Ooh.
Shit. Hey. What you mean he should be happy? Shit.
You don't have to lay up in the bed with that.
Yeah, because that linebacker husband is looking at him right now is much better.
Can you imagine them sitting in? But y'all, can you imagine them sitting in the mess hall and some big black bald dude say, "You gonna eat your cornbread?"
That shit been already happened. Lee scared the piss out of Trey. That motherfucking cracker was crying to the please, my butthole.
They're gonna wear that butthole out. Talking about putting money on pussy.
And you know the father got a bad heart too. That's why everybody said he's coming out of there in a body bag. He got a bad heart.
Well,
he gonna have a bad butthole in a minute.
His heart wasn't that bad when he was out there doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
After the
told
brothers
you
get
what
finished with him.
he said I would have killed him my damn self. Oh yeah, he was talking
Yeah.
plenty shit. Nobody wasn't worried about his damn heart then. I don't give a damn about his heart. I don't give a damn about, and it pissed me off.
Yo, Queen, we know we ain't worried about that, but we just saying he gonna make it out in a body bag. That dude ain't coming out of there
He
upright.
having
that's for
dreams
sure.
about laying up with his woman. He just missed being in the bed with her. Poor thing.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about that because you gonna have a busted heart.
If they had that shit my way, Carolyn Bryan would be right next to this.
Yeah. Oh, Glenda Palm said, "Oh, Elvis Presley family were poor sharecroppers." No, they weren't. Elvis Presley family had slaves. They probably just told you that for publicity. You know how they always do things just for publicity. Oh
Yeah.
no, they were poor. They didn't have nothing. That's a lie. His family
I'm about to
had
say,
slaves.
nah, this is what I want black people to understand. Motherfucker, they only told you about Elvis' poor sharecropper parents after the slaves was gone. That Oprah said that motherfucker owned her great grandparents and shit like that.
And
so that mean it wasn't Noah. What? So Noah wasn't Elvis motherfucker greaser trailer trash father or mother, but it was their descendants that owned Oprah's descendants. Stop it with the foolishness.
They might have put that
Don't
out,
look.
but that we know that
Right.
ain't
Let me-
true.
But this is what I gotta explain to people. Stop going seeing movies about Elvis Presley, because black people, it ain't no place for you. You sound like, because how would you even know that other than, oh, I was looking at a bio about Elvis? Why, nigga?
There you go.
Why?
There you go.
Don't watch. You shouldn't be watching nothing about no racist ass Elvis. You look, white people got enough motherfucking advocates. Black people, we should not be trying to stick up for them every chance they get.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. Motherfucker tell me 19 lies about George Bush. I bet not one of y'all come to me trying to tell me the truth about this cracker. Let a cracker get it straight.
So the McMichaels tried to get the McMichaels tried to get into Club Fed, and as y'all know, the judge turned them down. So they got to stay in state prison. And that's where they said it's so bad and the conditions are horrible. Well, you didn't have to go to jail. All you had to do was not chase down and kill a black man.
Yeah, leave.
That's all you had to do that day.
Alone.
You ain't even had to do that. You could have wanted to chase down black people all the fuck you wanted to. But if you just mind your motherfucking business, white man, you never would have known it was a black man outside.
No, you know what? You know what get me about them is they act like one black person can carry an entire fucking house on their back and they gonna run full speed down the street with the damn house or a car or something like that. I mean, that's the part that just really boggles my mind. You by yourself and you gonna do all these crimes by yourself. But y'all are go get a damn assault rifle, and go just kill up your own and children, a whole bunch of them, because you're mad at the world because you can't get no ass. See, y'all the one that's dangerous, the ones that's listening. I want you to exhort what I'm saying to you. So don't be fucking with us.
That's too much instruction for white people. White people, just mind your damn business.
Can you comprehend?
That's the true role. Because true role, what you said takes intellect and high IQ, and they don't have that. So let's just put it, we got to break it in layman for mind your motherfucking business, white man. Yeah. To any white person listening, I just made you a better person. Mind your motherfucking business.
But what you just said, that's even too hard for them to understand. That's like a foreign language to them.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Because I have two white neighbors that just moved out, right? I went, damn, they moving. Somebody was like, I figured you would be happy they moved. I said, nah, they mind their motherfucking business.
I got some white neighbors that mind their motherfucking business.
Mind your motherfucking
in the neighborhood 12 years.
Look,
don't bother nothing.
Only time they be nosy is when it's for good. Hey man, we saw you had a package and there was some guys out here, so we grabbed it for you. All right, good job, white man. Use your nosiness for good. Don't call the police because some niggas might wanted to steal one of my packages. Just get the package and give it back to me.
You know what? Let me tell you something, LVZ. Some black people moved around the corner from us, and the black girl came around the corner to ask the Mexican man, "Do my husband do robberies?" That Mexican cussed her out. That's what? That's how some of our folks can get down. You move around the fucking corner. You come around the corner. I don't know how they knew we lived there to ask, "Well, do he do robberies?" What the fuck? I'm telling you.
I guess you was asking for some type of booster or something to ask that dumbass question.
Yeah.
KD, I'm sorry. Tell the truth, KD. Tell the truth, Lisa. Tell the truth. That lady's non-foundational. I don't believe that she's the foundation of Black America.
Not at all. Not at all.
Ain't no Black American sister got to go ask none of your homies shit. They gonna approach your black ass, and you can't lie to her because she gonna interrogate your ass better than the FBI.
You know what the real problem is? You know what the real problem is? When they see us, they try to size us up, and then they always get it wrong. I thought he was going to rob me. I thought that Negro was going to hit me. I thought that Negro was robbing the stove. You ever notice they always get it wrong? They never get it right.
No.
Lisa, I did notice that because look, let me tell you some shit. It used to be one white guy that used to work with the movie company, the all black movie company I worked for. It was one token white guy, white boy Matt. And Matt was into it with our man Leroy, who happened to be mixed, but Leroy, you know, he knew he was black. So one day him and Leroy got into an argument about something. And he said, "What are you gonna do? Stab me? Shoot me? I'm not afraid of you anymore." Hey y'all, and me and my brother OJ looked at each other like, did this cracker just say anymore?
He had to let it out.
but this was the thing that got me, Lisa. This motherfucker went, "What are you gonna do? Stab me? Shoot me?" And I said, "Why are you suggesting shit for motherfuckers to do to you?" That's the thing, Lisa. They run around and suggest shit. I thought he was gonna rob me. That man was riding a bike. He wasn't thinking about you.
Well, it's just like George Floyd with the $20 bill. Now we done had Derek Chauvin already been on trial twice for the civil rights, violating George Floyd's civil rights and the murder, right? Ain't nary question come up about that $20 bill. Now the three other officers, they went on trial for violating his civil rights. That $20 bill still never came up.
Ain't that something?
But I thought that was the reason why they were called, because
that was
he
the
was
main
passing a counterfeit $20 bill. It has not come up in trial at all.
And when you go on the internet, you will have 1,000 white supremacists saying George Floyd was a criminal. He was committing a crime. He was like, hold up, he was passing a $20 bill. It was fake. Okay, have you ever got a fake $20 bill before? Were you and tried to actually use it? Because I don't know nobody who's actually tried to use the fake money. Normally you got faked out and got the fake money, and you spending it like you had real money. He didn't try to rob the store after they took the 20. He said, "Well, it ain't real. Fuck it, and do what you do." All right, I guess I'll lead. That was my 20.
Well, I'm gonna confess a little bit. So back in the day when I was working, my girlfriend Stephanie was playing cards in the hood, and she ended up with a fake $100 bill. And when she realized it was fake, she had to get rid of it. So she bought me lunch. You know, I just told her what I wanted to eat. Now, I didn't stand there with her. I just told her what I wanted to eat. That was it. And the Chinese people took the fake $100 bill, and it was what it was. And it just slid on through.
Yeah, well, my dad got one from the bank.
Damn.
My dad
From the
went
bank.
and yep, my dad cashed his check one time on his way home. This is before, direct deposit was a big thing.
Right.
And he cashed his check and he came home and he went in a store, and when he was at the cash register, the cashier, which was another black man, told him that the bill was not real. And he said, "I just got this from the bank." And he said, my father went right back up to the bank with that bill and they exchanged it and gave him another one.
Wow.
Right, cuz that's what I
Yeah.
just and bro, you just
Nobody
proved my
called the
point.
police. Nobody called the police and he didn't end up dead, over
Right.
nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then True Roy just proved my point with what I was saying, how we normally end up with fake 20s.
Mm-hmm.
She was playing cards in the hood
Mm-hmm.
where niggas try to get fake money off. Normally it'll happen if you selling drugs. Somebody might come up with funny money. You might have that once or twice in like a 20-year span, but it'll happen. And
Yeah.
like you say, or playing cards and dice, shit like that in the hood, you gonna get a fake 100, fake 20, fake 5. That's how it end up happening. It don't end up you go to an establishment normally and try to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what the bank told my father, LVZ? They said is so much counterfeit money, even they can't look at some of those bills and tell they're fake.
Tell the
That's
difference.
what
They
they
can't.
told my dad.
You know what they had on American Greed, when they had that show American Greed, they had a black guy out of Southern California who had perfected the fake money, that they say to this day his money is still running throughout the United States. It is that hard to detect his money. You can take one of them little pens and see if it'll turn colors and all that kind of stuff like that, and his stuff won't. He perfected it that damn good. I don't know if anybody
look, the bottom
Well,
line is that the fake bills have always circulated out here, y'all.
Yeah,
for decades.
that's what I was about to say. If you think about it,
be
Lisa,
out there.
think about it, y'all. Because I do this. I'm one of the few. I must confess, I saved like an old 100 and old 20s, the small face joints, right? I still have some saved up that I just kept, like $140. It's 100 and 220s. I ain't never spend them. I just keep them and look at them. And people was like, "Well, why you keep?" I say, just to show people what money look like. To show my kids when I tell them what money look like. I was like, but you realize, did they change in 1 year the 5, the 20, the 10, and the 100 like 3 times in like a year span?
And it's still been counterfeited.
Right, because they was trying to make them counterfeit proof.
Do you remember when they put the code strip in the money, saying that it would not be,
that ain't gonna work either.
have a heart, and people are duplicating that little code strip they got up in there.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. It's always somebody that can duplicate it.
Yeah, it's just how some people's minds that work like that. Because that brother that I'm talking about on American Greed, he was able to build a Bose, that Bose system, the radio and all of that kind of stuff. That's how that dude's mind was.
Well,
and see, let me tell you about this stuff. They have white folks that be out here doing crimes like that. Do you know they are hired them bastards? But they'll keep them locked up because I've seen a few programs where they will admit that that's what they did for a living. They were criminals, and they have hired them. But they were so pissed off with that man, what he did. They gonna make sure he never get out, because I ain't gonna give up, because I know what it is. I ain't giving it up. I know what component he used where you could not detect it. That's the only thing I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody should have to die over no damn counterfeit bill.
You're right.
And these folks talk to us like any little teeny reason why you get killed is always justified. And it's like, what? That's why it's to the point I don't even talk to them about our stuff. Yeah, because it's really counterproductive.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he
'Cause-
shouldn't have dropped his keys on the ground. The cop wouldn't have shot him. You know damn well that's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Lisa, they just what recently had a cop put his knee in this little Puerto Rican kid's back because he thought the boy had stole his son's bike, and they had the stuff all on film. Didn't even steal his bike. Then he lied and said the boy did this, and the boy, everything he said that boy did, he didn't do. That dude, they stripped him of his gun and everything.
Yeah, but what about the recent ones where they were looking for a white suspect, but they locked up a black man?
Oh,
a
Lord.
black dude who looked nothing like the suspect.
I know.
The suspect was like 87, but he could have been in white years. He could have been 40, but he looked like he was 87.
Lord have mercy.
Hold up, but see, did y'all see the chief in Charlottesville just got fired for the black lady got fired?
Yeah,
the chief of Charlottesville police.
Yep.
Yeah, they fired. Yeah, they fired her for
suing them, though.
not being racist. She
Yeah,
wouldn't be
she's
racist.
suing them, but though she's suing them.
Yeah, she gonna win, but maybe she won't with them motherfucking governor, with that racist ass governor. But I know one thing: they fired that lady for not being a coon.
Yeah.
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 Listen, hold on now. God damn it, you're gonna bed witch. Don't you like Kamala? That's what you're gonna bed witch.
You know, that's one thing. I get sick of them trying to refer to Kamala like she's a black woman. Kamala's not black at all.
No, not at all.
And I get sick of that.
I mean, come on, the bitch straight up said she was Indian. It's like, can't they take a cue?
No.
Like they don't want to hear
no.
it. That's the thing. They don't want to hear it.
Look, no, because you know what else they heard? That she went to school with Tupac and she knew Dr. Dre. And she be wearing her chucks all the time.
Oh, and then she smoked some weed, huh?
And she used to smoke weed. She used to roll up big spliffs.
But no, I'm gonna make it worse. See, I live in Campbell country. See, the first thing I learned about Campbell, she was messing around with the black mayor. See, Campbell real good on her knees and on her back. All right.
But that's true, but what you don't understand is that her family and her always grew up celebrating Kwanzaa, man.
Yeah. But you know what? I want to talk about. Yeah, well, that is Kamala. But y'all, listen, I want to talk about this, and I want to talk to some of my people that talk about cloud seeding, and you can make it rain. That's not necessarily true. If you go out and look at a lot of cloud seeding, a lot of that cloud seeding fails. Okay, it fails more than it works. Because I'll get people arguing, you can control the weather. Cloud seeding, if you just research cloud seeding, it fails more than it works. And that's the truth. All you got to do is look. And China is going through a drought. China is in triple digits. And they're losing a lot of their crops are drying up. So China is attempting to use chemicals in the atmosphere to try to generate rain because it has not rained there for a long time. Okay, I don't know what happened to True Royal. You may have to come back or go out and come back in. So y'all, virtually everything comes out of China as far as food and juice and drinks and all kinds of products. So if they use these chemicals in the atmosphere to try to get it to rain, won't that get into the food? You know, a lot of that stuff they're shipping over here.
Well,
I'm
shit,
sorry,
ain't they?
Go ahead.
But I'm about to say, Lisa, but ain't a lot of their water poisoned anyway? So yeah, they've been giving out contaminated shit anyway. Remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Remember a few years ago, it was like every 3 months a dollar store had to close down. We got those products from China. Don't use this toothpaste. Your gums will swell up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it,
So-
and it wouldn't surprise me if some of their rivers got some of that Fukushima residue too. It wouldn't surprise me.
Onika, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Yeah, so this is what they're trying to do to generate rain because it has not rained for a very long time in China. And just like the crops are burning up over here in America, their crops are burning up too. But I don't trust China using some chemicals to make it rain. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I don't trust that.
Oh, you know about me, sis. Everybody in the chat room know too. Any of y'all that done bought some of that bootleg bullshit that they be selling from China and shit, it don't be a Sony, it be a phony. And that don't work good for 2.5 weeks. Some of that Amazon shit. Now they try to. That's why the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's why
real
the crowd.
Real talk,
Go ahead,
Busy. I done ran into a fool yesterday, when I was working, and this dude came up to me talking about the radio don't work, and I was sitting there plugging it in. I'm like, fool, you got God. It might that radio they might have bought might have came from China. I said, you fool.
Yeah.
Plug and it don't work. Man, you got God.
Listen, KD, I'm glad you're talking about that. My brother bought a cheap radio out of a catalog from China. I kid you not, that thing worked for exactly 1 year and it died. It worked for 1 year and it died.
That shit worked better than look. I thought I was buying a Sony radio for my car from Amazon.
You know,
right?
you bought an Oni. You didn't buy no Sony. You bought an Oni.
I bought a phony. Is what I bought. I look at that.
You bought a
that
phone.
Shit worked for 2.5 months. I said, ain't this a bitch? Damn it. That's this cheap shit from China. Man, look.
Man, listen, you know how they do, man. First they manufacture the damn thing and then they slap the damn label on it before they ship it over here.
No,
Right.
Onika, it did not have a message attached. It just had the amount that you sent. So I don't know what's going on, but that was a super sticker and it did not have a message. So I don't know if it didn't come through or not. Probably not.
I'm gonna tell y'all one more.
No, but you know what? That's all Amazon. See, that's why Amazon and Walmart and those kind of stores make so much because all of their merchandise is from China.
That cheap shit from China, a lot of it is. That's why they give you that warranty plan with everything. Pay an earphone. You want a 2-year warranty? It's earphone. Trust me, that shit might not work when you leave.
I got a 4-year one on mine.
That's what I mean.
I got 4 years on mine.
Right. That's what I just did on a little sound bar boy. I said, nah, I can't fuck with y'all. I'm gonna have to get me a good warranty because y'all are they terrible. But let me say this to the Asian people. If I know you in your sweatshop listening to me, Lisa True Roll and KD right now, mate. And let me say this to the people of China. Man, fuck y'all. I don't fuck with y'all racist ass anyway. I like my shit from the sweatshops of Vietnam. The people who making my Nikes. Make them Nikes. Make them. I'm proud of what you doing. Now, I know they only paying you 37 cents and y'all working on like 2 hours of sleep a day. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All I know is the next motherfucker pair of LeBrons that show up in my house that's a little tight on my size, I'm flying over to Vietnam slapping the shit out somebody.
But you
That's
know
all
what?
I got to say.
I was reading over in China that they work 6 days a week. They only get one day off.
Do.
6
one damn day
a week, 1 day off. That is outrageous. And if they complain about it and say they want to spend more time with their families, they get fired. They get fired.
This is real talk. And Lisa, they work 22 hours out of the day.
Yeah, they said they hardly have any time with their families, and every now and then the workers will rise up and try to protest, and they'll fire every last one of them and bring new people in.
Damn.
So they don't even want to hear your complaints about working 6 days a week. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you know
You
what
know,
you know what they'll do. I had seen a documentary about that, and they have ways that they protest. So what they'll do is they'll put bugs in the food. Somebody open up like a can or something, had a big what was that? Grasshopper in it and stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah, they'll find some kind of way. They just got to get their aggressions out, the way they do them people. That's really wrong. Do folks like that.
That's why people be saying they find rats and shit like that. And they,
Well,
they
over
do.
over here, if you give them a hard time up in these Chinese restaurants, they'll go back there and piss on your food before they give it to you.
Damn sure will.
Okay.
So we give you a
Don't do
new
that
kind
mess
of pork
here.
yop. We will give you new pork yop. It will be sweet and sour.
He right there. He right there. That's why I don't feel shit for him, because when it come to us, it be we last hired, first fired. So fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
More and more people. I've been talking to friends and family. More and more of our folks, because of how the economy and everything going down, more and more folks is cooking their food at home.
Damn right.
Yeah, cooking their food at home. Can't afford to eat at these restaurants. And then one of my cousins told me she went to some restaurant and the quality of the food was so horrible, and she just knew I need to just stop with all of that. Buy your shit and cook it at home.
Yeah, your food is much better homemade anyway.
Yeah, and sit down with
right.
your
And
family.
right. Wait. I got something just for LVZ. LVZ, homemade with some mumbo sauce.
Come on. Gonna put a little side of that mumbo next to it. Lisa know all about that mumbo, y'all. She can't fight the feeling, y'all.
Listen, not yesterday. It must have been Friday. My son had some chicken, and then I'm looking at him with the chicken, right? And then next thing I know, in his other hand, he walking around with the mumbo sauce.
With the whole thing of just drowning the chicken. Drown the chicken with that mumbo sauce. Y'all, people who know in the chat room, y'all know what we talk about. True Roy, we got to get you something out there. I'm telling you, fried chicken, you'll never eat it the same. That's the first thing people from DC do. They think that that's a worldwide thing, and they're legal. Y'all got mumbo sauce. They were like, "What you talking about? You don't know it." And this is the weird thing. You know who gave it to us? The Asians.
What?
Yeah, but out in Chicago, they got their version of it. You know that?
They call it mild sauce.
They call it mumbo sauce, but they spell theirs with a U.
Oh, okay.
Right, but it was
made.
Sauce. It actually was created by a black man. He came up with the recipe for it.
But then that might be who came up with it, and then the Asians just give it to us. But like somebody said, Baltimore mumbo sauce isn't the same. It's not. It's a little more. It got a little more salt in it. DC mumbo sauce is sweeter.
Yeah,
never heard of
DC mumbo sauce is sweeter. Baltimore mumbo sauce got a little more salt than DC mumbo sauce. That's the difference.
That's first I ever heard of it. The only thing I know about is cha-cha, and that's it.
Oh no! You got to have some mumbo sauce.
Yeah, you got to.
And Lisa, we did the salmon last night. It was on point,
wasn't it?
Jet Black, thank you, Jet Black. Look, when I'm out there, right, True Royal, I say, well, shit, it ain't nothing but Asian places. Let me go get some chicken fried rice from one of these Asian joints. And I get it. And I go, let me get one soy sauce, one duck sauce. They ain't know what the fuck I was talking about, Lisa. Duck sauce don't exist.
No, you only get soy sauce, and they don't want to give you the damn soy sauce.
Yeah,
you
they
know
don't
what?
want, and they don't. Yeah,
When I was coming up in California, they would give you the rice for free. The rice for free. You would get them little fortune cookies and the sauce and all that. Now them Chinamans, they won't put a fork or spoon in there, and then you gotta ask for it. They real chinchy
that
baby.
is the truth. The girl asked me, "Do you want?"
Mhm.
I said, "Bitch, I looked at bitch. I just bought something.
Mhm.
Yes, I want some forks and spoons, bitch."
Now,
I mean, what the fuck you think I'm gonna eat with my fingers like y'all? Get the fuck out of here.
LVZ, these are the creators of the Mumbo sauce in Chicago.
Look at them brothers. Make it, brother.
Brother.
Go ahead
Yep.
with it.
And he had different flavor ones. He had like a hickory flavor. He had a barbecue flavor. He had it in like 4 different flavors. I mean, and this was like back in the 50s.
Wow.
And he came up with his own mumbo sauce. Came from a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, brother. Good job.
But yeah, I gotta find out about this. Where I'm gonna go get it. I know
Go
I'm gonna
on
get something.
Amazon. Amazon sells it. Go on Amazon and just look up Mambo sauce.
Okay.
And you'll see
Yep.
a bunch of it pop up and you can get yourself some.
Yeah, they'll send it to you. They'll send it to you.
Okay.
I mean, shit, I probably did. That's my first time ever hearing the Mambo sauce.
Yeah, man, that's our shit. That's our shit. Put some of that shit on your fried chicken. You be like, oh, because that's normally what you get. You get wings with mumbo sauce, and they either put it on you, put it on. It used to be joint Eddie Lennox used to have the best mumbo sauce, and they put that shit on it for you. Drown your chicken in mumbo sauce. You be
Yeah, you be licking them fingers.
no bullshit. You
be licking them fingers. Get it all on them fingers.
Right. Mumbo
And
sauce good as a mother.
I was reading one story, it was so cute. This black man had posted about his son. His son, I think, was like 3 years old. He was putting it on potato chips. He had potato chips and putting mumbo sauce on it.
That's a DC kid right there, because for real, motherfuckers will be trying to put that shit on everything. Yeah, man. I just fried me some pork chops and mumbo sauce. Pork chops and mumbo. Nigga, that sounds good.
When you get, even when you get the bottle, it tells you can put it on seafood, chicken, beef, pork. You can put it on anything.
Yeah, because some shrimp and some mumbo sauce used to be good. I used to eat fried shrimp and mumbo sauce. That would be good. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all enjoy. Y'all will enjoy.
Yes. I think that's Al Rich. Yes, you can substitute barbecue sauce with mumbo sauce. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Look at this, y'all. This motherfucker got to steal the nuclear codes and shit, man.
Yes, did you hear about that? I heard about that and I almost fell out. Now, y'all know that Trump's Mar-a-Lago was raided about a week ago.
Boy, that shit was juicy.
And that stuff is getting real because his supporters are calling up and threatening the lives of the FBI agent, threatening the lives of their family, saying that they are out there doxing the FBI agents, finding their addresses and posting it on the internet. I mean, it's crazy. And I said, okay, how many of you are arresting them? They're threatening a federal agent. How many of them are getting arrested? None. They're not running around this country rounding up these people that are threatening the FBI.
Yeah, let Tyrone and Pookie do it.
And that's like,
but go ahead, LVZ, go ahead. Talk about the nuclear launch codes they found.
Yeah, this man has nuclear launch codes. He got information to how the economy is going to be run the next 10 years. He got people tax information all up in his basement. And then he said, oh, I ain't know I had it. All you had to do was come get it. I ain't know you wanted it back. He went like Debo. He said, what nuclear codes?
Right.
I ain't know you wanted them back.
I had to laugh. Somebody wrote, well, it don't matter. They took that stuff. Trump made copies. I was like, do you realize the FBI said they're going to be going back there probably multiple times?
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if he got copies. I mean, they're gonna be raiding him.
That's some serious business there. That ain't nothing to play with.
And they said they ransacked Melania's closet. They went all in that mansion.
Ooh.
The hilarious part was the white people's reaction after it happened. I can't believe this. This is horrible. If it happens to a president, there should be no reason.
Defund the FBI. I'm like,
you know what? You know what Trump is really upset about, Lisa? When they was up in there in the crib, they ran up on them diapers. Now y'all know I've been talking about the Trump wear diapers.
They said they took out 20 boxes, and they probably took out some of the boxes of diapers. Yeah, you're right. I feel you on this one. Yeah,
right, because they said he only had 15. Right, because they only said 15 boxes was missing, but he ended up with 20 boxes. So that some of them was diapers. They're like, ain't this a bitch?
And I'm sure some of them boxes, and I'm sure some of those boxes were marked Depends.
Yeah,
and they just grabbed them anyway.
Because Trump need them. He can't control. You know, they said he can't control nothing. It just
but you know he nasty, True. You know he nasty. They said 2 of them boxes. Some of them was used. That they found back in there.
Lord.
Lord have mercy. He said he could put them back on. I really didn't wear these.
No, remember that
Fuck you, man. You really didn't wear these.
Remember that time he forgot to wear one? He was out there playing golf.
Yeah,
he had a big brown stain.
He had a big skid mark on the back of his hand. Yeah, that was a skid mark.
Long and strong.
Yeah,
that was a long shit stain.
That's what we call a skid mark up in here.
Yeah, straight
right.
Skid mark for real.
Jeff Gordon draws.
Y'all think I'm playing? You know, Trump wear diapers, but you know.
But look, white people was crying.
They were out there calling him Diaper Don. Remember that?
Yeah.
Diaper Don, and he was all upset talking about the people on the internet are mean.
And the thing is, Trump never denied the diapers. See? Now Trump is real big on denying things. And then Melania got with him when he was wearing the diapers. And they had a child.
That motherfucker's in there smell like
imagine you
a
hook
little
up with a man and you know he's stripping his clothes off and then he's standing in a fucking diaper.
Hell no, I can't
I'll be like, you know what, I'm real cool, homeboy. I got
right
to
now,
go.
I think she's probably concerned about her ransacked closet, you know, where she had them 10,000 pairs of shoes in.
No, Lisa. She had that one special box with them 6 strong batteries. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be filtered tonight.
But you know, they did go to New York. She might have packed that up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, you know what, Lisa, you know about that. You gotta take that with you because you just never know when it hits you.
Y'all know, and y'all already know that's not what happened. Y'all know she was calling her black boyfriend up there in Harlem. I mean, y'all know that's what she was doing. But look, the white people was crying. So they raided him. Look, they ran in his house and pulled out guns. They had guns.
Now they do that in the black they do that in the black community every day.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, how come they never seem so outraged when they be blowing up little kids with smoke bombs and throwing them through the wrong house? That's a raid is never a problem. Then it's just I can't believe they raided a white man like that though. What was they supposed to come with? Twinkies and shit?
Defund the FBI, y'all. But what did they say when it was said defund the police? What was their response? Well,
you niggas
can't defund the police. Oh no, we can't defund. Trump said it. Biden said it. Both of them said it. No, you can't defund no police.
You defend the police. Who's going to take care of us?
You know, you can't defund the police.
You know, all I'm gonna say is this:
you need more police. Here's more money. Get more police out there.
When they start arresting y'all asses, Trump ain't gonna back you up at all.
Well, they should know that from January 6th.
Because they wanted to be backed up, even though they didn't get no time.
Hold up. What you mean January 6th, sis? I'm sorry. January 6th. They should have known that shit from January 2016. All them people that got locked up. Remember the white man got locked up for punching the black dude in the face?
Yeah.
during the rally, and Trump kept saying if you do something to somebody, he gonna pay your bail. He ain't pay nobody bail. Them crackers still.
Shit, he ain't paid Giuliani.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Giuliani been working for free the whole time, and now he about to go to jail.
Giuliani, everywhere he filed that paperwork about the election results, got thrown out of every single damn courtroom in the country.
Mm-hmm.
The funny shit about Giuliani is this: he didn't get paid, but when you think about it, you can't even be mad at Donald Trump for not paying this dumb motherfucker. Did he really earn anything? Like, Rudy, you've got me in more trouble. Your lawyer got you in more shit.
And that's the irony of it. He more nigga than a nigga sometimes when it comes to that shit.
Like, your lawyer. Yeah, for real though. Donald Trump fuck up with you with these bootleg ass lawyers. Shit. Donald Trump got a lawyer from like he was in a holding tank, and I know somebody. I got a cousin that's a lawyer.
Yeah, he got rotating lawyers because the shit he be asking you to do is just idiotic. And then he get mad at you, and like the stuff he wanted the vice president to do, and they're gonna call him a coward. They got a noose out there ready to take him out and shit. Trump is crazy.
Look, that's funny as shit that I just said. I just thought about something. Trump was locked. Guess where he was at? Lisa True Royal KD. Guess where he was at when the people told when he was locked in a holding cell, and somebody said, "I got a cousin that's a lawyer." He was in a women's prison. It was Rudy Giuliani's wife that he met. She said, it's also his cousin, right? Said, yeah, I got a cousin that's a lawyer. He's my husband too. Ain't that a big? Wow, how did you work that? That's great. I'll get him to work for me. That's fucked up. That's some wild shit. Well, look, a lot of motherfuckers were saying they was gonna vote for him.
Yeah, but they got Giuliani out here testifying now since Trump got raided. They got him out here testifying in Georgia.
Yeah, he out here like Tekashi. He telling like shit. Yeah, he telling.
Yeah, well, Mary Trump, his niece, said she believed the snitch was Jared.
Yeah, that's what I read. Yeah.
Now, I don't know how true it is, but she said she believes the snitch was his son-in-law.
I love listening to Mary when she get to talking. She be telling the family inside biz, man.
I'm about to say, how Murray gonna say who the snitch is while snitching? All of them got the ET story. Let me tell you who the snitch is. Bitch, you snitching right now, telling me who I think is snitching.
Where was Trump when they went up in there?
He was in New York.
Oh, he was in New York. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think they already knew that before they raided. I think they already knew he wasn't.
Well, they said they was watching them moving boxes and shit. They was watching them.
Yeah. So I mean, they knew he wasn't there when they went up in there.
Isaiah Henderson. I don't know that Mary Trump exposed the Trump family racism as much as she talked about it. Yeah. Expose means tell you some shit you didn't know. We already knew.
She was talked about how highly dysfunctional the family continues to be.
Yeah, she did talk about that.
Yeah,
but I mean, just told us Trump, you kind of knew, he came from some weird ass family.
Hey, she's like, and they're highly racist. They use the N-word all the time. Black people was at home like, duh.
Yeah, I mean, like we surprised. We knew that. Oh, that's some news? Really? Oh, okay. Next.
Right.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is his supporters are really outraged that, he got raided. I even was looking at posts out there that said civil war. I was like, over Donald Trump? Woo. Some of these people are far gone. They gonna have a civil war with each other.
How about say, Armia, aren't you black, sweetheart?
Did you run and vote for Biden? I know I didn't. I want us to stop saying that crazy shit. Black people ran and vote for Biden. The largest group of black voters were black people who didn't vote. Again, seriously, out of all the black people that voted, that still was not the majority of black people who could vote.
And not
Most
only
of us,
that, if you remember, if we go back to before Trump lost, a lot of people were upset with Trump over the way he was handling the pandemic. A lot of people were upset over the lockdowns and everything. And then if you remember, Donald Trump kept trying to act like this was going to just go away. Y'all remember him saying that?
How many people he said had it?
Just go away.
I think he said like 15 people had it, and it was just going to disappear.
In a week, nobody was going to have it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you see these fools running around here. I know you seen it, LVZ, when you was in California. Won't wear no mask. You know what? My family don't play that shit. We wear a mask when we go out. We ain't playing. Wear your
they don't
mask.
wear no mask. They got the Make America Great Again Jones. They got Confederate flag. And you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of people getting real comfortable. There's some stuff out here.
I'm just saying that's why Trump lost. There were a lot of people upset with him. Especially over the,
that's
of the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm about to say it was a lot of white people upset with him.
Yeah, because the reason why they got upset, Lisa, they tried the bleach thing and it didn't work. Yeah, bleach, people started running out buying bleach. And Trump was, he was,
and don't forget the light bulb too.
That's right.
Royal, the light bulb.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bleaching. Yeah, I'm about to say.
And people was out there, doing what they was doing, and
I'm about to say, really, people need to understand.
The phone was jumping off the hook at the poison hotline because people really were trying it.
The one that got me was that couple in Arizona that used that fish tank cleaner. The husband died.
Oh yeah, one of them died. Yeah.
I said, Lord have mercy.
I was like, oh, Donald Trump is the gifted. Just keeps on giving.
That's
exactly I couldn't believe. You know what? That doctor, I forgot that lady's name.
Deborah Brick.
She was looking. No, Trump was looking at her, and she was like, "No, don't look at me. Don't look at me." And Trump was feeling some kind of way because I have to admit the governor in New York at the time, the way he set it up was more structured. And, even though everything was bad, he was trying to be, Trump had all these experts around him, and Trump know he dumb, but he was trying to squeeze something out, and that was the best that he could do. And then you find out some fool, because I was waiting for it, some fool went out there and tried the bleach method, and it didn't work.
And then when it came up during the debate, he looked like he was ashamed.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. Yeah, when Biden brought that up.
Hey, look, that old senile bastard, that senile racist bastard can't remember his name on a good day, but he could remember when a motherfucker recommended you drink. Here's the deal. Let me tell you something, Merv. Let me tell you something, Merv. Here's the deal. Who's it gonna listen to? The guy that started the crime bill, or the guy that told you to drink bleach and eat a light bulb?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Did you ever see when they had all them people was running for president and Biden got ready to speak? And I put this on my backup channel. His dentures slid out. Man, I had a ball with that.
Mine was when he fell up the steps getting on Air Force One.
Everybody got a favorite.
I've been playing that on a loop. I play that shit on a loop.
This is my shit right here. That when he was in that debate, they showed that shit. Well, I forgot what I was watching. At the end, he went, "Yeah, we have to do it for first." That's okay. Fuck it. I said, "God damn!" He just shut himself down in the middle of the thought. Like he didn't finish. I think it was the first debate.
here's the deal. People out here struggling, Bob. My name's Jeff. Yeah, that's right, Tom. People are really struggling. Here's the deal. People've got kids. That's okay. What? He won the president. I said, damn, white people ain't shit. But like I said, all I noticed is it's a whole bunch of black people that blame black people for Biden winning. But I'll be like, hold up, ain't you black too? Yeah, I'm black too. I ain't vote for him. You ain't vote for him. A lot of us did. Right, I've never voted. So this is what I'm telling people. If we don't know nobody that really voted for Biden, was it all these black people that helped him win? They say it was, but we literally don't know. Now, I can tell you every black person that voted for Obama.
Yeah, I knew a lot of people that voted for him too. Yeah, that's true.
Except me.
Well, motherfuckers is, look, I'm going to tell you the truth. They don't want to tell you the truth. What white folk don't want to tell you is that just like y'all saying, they realize that Biden is Jim Crow Joe. So a lot of Republicans who we've been calling racist for years, they were scared of the way Donald Trump was moving. And they like, nah, we ain't ready for this pressure because what's going on is black people is knocking us the fuck out now. So I'm going to vote for Biden and try to lull them back to sleep. They ain't telling you how many motherfucking moderate and sensible, I'm putting up quotation, Republicans switched their vote. They like, I got my tax break. That Biden ain't gonna take my tax break from me. Let me go ahead on and let him get up in here real quick, and we can complain about everything he did, so we can get Ron the supremacist up in there.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is, y'all? The Republicans think they're gonna win the midterms, and the Democrats think they're going to win the midterms. Now, the Republicans are saying because of the Donald Trump raid, the Democrats are going to lose. And the Democrats are saying because of Roe v. Wade, the Republicans are going to lose. So you don't know which way the midterms are going to go, really. You really don't.
No, you don't.
Let me tell you, you know who's going to lose? White folks. Know why? Because black folks don't got no dog in the fight. And we ain't gonna save neither one. We're gonna let them eat themselves. See, when you saying dumb shit like abortion and Donald Trump's house being raided, I don't give a fuck if it's the biggest Sambo in the world. That Negro don't got a dog in the fight. You can't really guarantee you gonna get his vote. I'm telling you some good shit. I don't care how big a coon he is. Speaking of coons, you know who I ain't seen in a long time, Lisa? True Roll, KD. Where the fuck is Ben Carson?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking the same thing.
Did they put him back in the sunken place?
I don't know.
Where the fuck is Ben Carson?
Yeah.
He with it somewhere with his wife.
They just put him. Okay, these coons aren't working anymore.
And then after that, I ain't seen that damn sheriff either.
Man,
oh no, they declared him crazy and got rid of him, KD.
Yeah,
trust
I'm about to say, KD. Remember they fired him. Trust
and believe. If I would have seen that sheriff, them videos would be in heavy ass rotation. I don't
think you know what, Queen. He has already lived his heydays. See, back when he was on Fox News, that's as big as David Clark will ever be in his entire life. And if you remember when he thought he was going to get in on the Trump administration?
Yeah, I remember.
It was John Kelly that shut that mess down.
Yeah, that's right. I wore his ass out. I have a playlist on my channel. You can go over there to my channel and Sheriff Clark. Heavy rotation. I did more videos than anybody on him. It just hurt my feelings that they fired him. He messed up. I'm trying to negotiate some stuff behind the scenes. because I need him back. I need him back.
Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold up. Sweetheart, if you want to log off, that's cool. But don't make up a fake narrative that I disrespected you. Just because I push back and I use logic and common sense and I asked everybody in here, I asked you a question. Did you know anybody that voted for Joe Biden? Obviously, the answer was no. And instead of going, well, you know, when you look at it that way, you may have a point. You're just mad that I just went against your opinion. I mean, okay, but just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean you're disrespected. How did I disrespect anybody? By saying, no, and everybody in here agreed we didn't vote for Joe Biden. I was actually about to address somebody who said that they're sad they never saw that I won't vote and I have a vote. And to that person, I say, brother, vote for fucking who? You give me the reason and who to vote for, and I'll gladly leave what I'm doing and go spend my whole day waiting in line to get behind some glorified shower curtains to pick which cracker or which hand-picked Negro that a cracker picked up to put my support behind. I don't support none of them son of a bitch.
Neither do I. I hear a lot,
right.
And I'm glad you're bringing that up, LVZ, because I hear a lot of YouTube creators. They'll do videos and say, "Oh, it would have been better if Trump won." Actually, no. We didn't get reparations when Trump. We didn't get reparations through Trump. And you're not going to get it through Biden, and you're not going to get it through whoever else is president. I don't see having Trump in as no bonus, not unless we got something out of the deal. If we didn't, how is that a bonus?
No, you know what? It's like this. One of my friends said something to me that's really has impacted me. She said, them stimulus checks was a trick. Everything went up after that. And you're right. The gas is up, the food is up. And you know something else I've noticed? You go to the grocery store, folks ain't filling up their baskets. They got babies. Babies eat all day. That stuff bothers me. That stuff bothers me.
Yeah, go ahead.
But back to LVZ's point, why the hell would I be happy to pick a slave master? Who the hell gonna be happy doing that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, where have we benefited in a big way from any president? Yeah, I mean, yeah, they may do things here and there, but how much does that impact your everyday life?
Yeah. It's like this. It's like
not
this.
Enough.
There was a small window, and when I finish, Lisa will know exactly where I'm going with this. There was a small window right in the 80s where you seen Black folks starting to prosper, and when that crack dropped, I have never seen devastation like I've ever seen in my life in the Black community. And drugs don't discriminate. Don't get me wrong. Okay, don't get me wrong. Let me finish, LVZ. Let me finish. Right. Drugs don't discriminate, but I'm in the Black community, so I'm only seeing what I'm seeing. And I'm just saying that I seen a small window in my circle as a teenager where I seen Black folks look like they were somewhat thriving, somewhat. When that crack hit, it's like the bottom fell out of the Black community. I mean, it was devastating.
And that was why the crack came, because they saw us prospering too.
That was part of it. But I was just going to say this, True Rule. Now, but you clarified it. So you said in the Black community, because when you said you ain't never seen anything hit a community like that ever. I like, well, what about opioid? The white people getting fucked up.
Yes, they are.
Yes, you get a turn too, motherfucker.
Yes.
And you say drugs don't discriminate. Yes, they do. Opioids seem to only like white people.
Well, the reason why I say drugs don't discriminate, I have seen here in Northern California, I've seen Cantonese, Vietnamese, Taiwan, and stuff. Toe back. I have seen Samoans. I've seen Mexicans.
Yep.
I have seen them toe back.
Oh,
I have seen white
hold on
folks
1 second.
toe back.
Big Mike.
Big back in the house.
Long.
Big Mike,
Mike,
I
yeah.
love you. Big
What's going on, Mike?
Oh, we got us.
Hey, family, what's happening?
What up, Big
Family, what's
Mike?
happening?
You on the road?
You got your son.
No,
your
I'm at
son
home.
working?
I'm at,
You
You got that boy
Oh,
man,
working?
he walk. He, man, my son blazing. He running.
Oh Lord, it's time.
That's
to
right.
I told you.
Yeah, well, Big
Hey,
Mike.
check this out. Go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
said, I'm glad you're here. Big Mike came on here one time, y'all, and had the lady swooning in the chat. I was like, well, damn. Well, damn. They were like, oh, where does Big Mike live? I was like, well, damn. I mean, that's all. Oh, you ever seen Big
Hey,
Mike?
hey, I'm gonna say this right here, Lisa. It's an honor to be here, but I'm gonna say this. I was one of the ones that wanted Donald Trump in because where I'm from, it brought out all the closet racists. Oh, it was beautiful down there.
Woo, you ain't never lied.
Yeah, I want him to stay in there because I wanted to see them heathens turn up another level.
Mm-hmm.
I just look. I never needed Mike. You know, I never needed nobody to be president to see who the white supremacist was, cause I know the rule. You know how you find a white supremacist, Mike? They normally white. They normally white. There you go. And right there, they're like, hold on, man. That's not right. Yes, it is. Well, the first step to being a white supremacist is being white. So I'm gonna suspect you a white supremacist off the break. It's like the legal system with me, Mike. You got to prove to me you not a white supremacist.
Yes,
How do
sir.
you do
Yes,
that?
sir.
I don't know.
Oh, so how's everything going
Hey.
on over at your channel, Mike?
Oh, you know, same old, same old. Get flagged. Go to YouTube jail. You know. Hey, we over there knocking it out.
Well, that's how you know you're making an impact. If nobody's
How about
bothering
that?
you, and you, if you black and you got a channel on YouTube and nobody's bothering you, then you know you're ineffective.
Yeah, I'm about to say you doing the devil's work. If you do
Yeah.
this how you know when you doing that Most High's work. You can get a couple of flags, couple of strikes. They gonna fuck with your stream 6-7 times. Mike,
Yes, sir.
Mike, you gonna have to put up 5 different channels with 7 different names.
Oh,
I done run out of
you late.
emails.
You late, man. Hey, we got about 16 channels. That's it. They hit this channel, you know where to find me. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel.
Wow, 16 channels. Well,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not gonna lie, y'all. I got 5. I only put out there the 2 you see, the Lisa C and my main channel, my Lisa Cabrera, but I actually got 3 other channels.
Thank you, Lisa. I do too. I got other ones too. Y'all know I got other ones, but Mike, this is my 3rd set of 5 channels. YouTube they got 7 channels, bro. That's how I know I'm the shit. YouTube been shadow banned niggas.
Yeah, you gotta have backup channels, especially if you out here doing that revolutionary stuff like Big Mike.
Right. Right. YouTube that had us on the shadow ban Mike since 2017.
You know what?
We'll get the niggas.
But yeah, but there's somebody out here that's been out here since 2014. And she ain't never been brought down. I said, that's because you ain't doing nothing.
Right.
That's because you're not doing nothing. You ain't on there fighting. You ain't no revolutionary.
No, when you speak, when you putting that truth serum out, folks can't take truth serum, and then they call us haters, hate speech. Truth serum is hate speech.
It is.
stop doing what you're
And
doing, and you don't have to hear the truth.
and you know, you can challenge they when they strike your channel and block you, right? So every time I write back, I say, YouTube, go to hell. Go to hell. I say, you heathens ain't shit. I wrote so much stuff about YouTube on them things. Man, I want them to know I don't like their ass.
Yeah,
I want this guy sitting up here talking about please vote. He studied the plans. Negro.
Please.
The plan's been already in action. And you talk about please vote to me. I'm one nigga in Maryland. I'm one nigga in Maryland. That ain't enough. That ain't enough. You know what? Let me tell you the other one. How did we get here? Crackers ain't vote. Crackers ain't vote. Crackers said, nigga, get on that motherfucking vote. Get on that motherfucking vote. How we get free? It was not a vote. We went, hey, look, if y'all want to win this war, y'all better let us fight. Dude, all that shit you talking sound nice, but come on, man. That's just
right now, the 5-alarm fire. I mean, please, you know what? One thing that this country likes to do, they like to always use fear. And we were born under fear, we live under fear, and we continue to survive under fear. So that ain't working. And went out and to show you these folks don't really want you to vote. They talking about don't give out no water, don't put no chairs out, you know, let them pass out and die at the booth and all of that. So they don't want you to vote. So why even waste your time doing it? There's things that are there's things that are prophesized, and these things are gonna play themselves out, and them folks ain't gonna stop a damn thing at all.
Well,
wasting your
I
time.
ain't gonna lie.
Take care of your immediate situation.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, Auntie. That shit don't even qualify in my state. They can give us water. The lines don't be long. It's places to vote. It ain't no niggas to vote for. Ain't none of them doing nothing for the empowerment of black people. They doing something for the empowerment of them pockets. What
was that mess, Lisa? That them the Black Caucus got all involved in? That was a waste of damn time. That you told me about the situation with
that would be everything.
No. It was one thing that just recently that happened. Lisa was telling me about, when them kids was discriminated by them damn characters at that Sesame Place or wherever you call it.
Yeah. They
and the Black Caucus want to jump up and deal with that.
Place.
What the hell? We got to eat, damn it. That ain't
we need reparations. We don't need nobody to fight battles at Sesame Place.
You know, I need my damn check.
What do they talk about? We already won that war without them old do-nothing Negro.
That's right. They deported Rosita.
They deported Rosita. They fired the cracker that was working there. Look, they gonna have to pay that black family. And they basically molesting every black kid that come up there now. This shit is horrible.
They grabbing all over them now.
Let me tell y'all. Because see, I ain't get to tell you.
Keep your hands off our kids.
I ain't get to tell you. True roll. Everything Lisa said in that video was true. Lisa, I was there. The cabana is shut down. Rosita's cabana is shut the fuck down. When the parade came out, right? We in the motherfucking lazy river. That's the first thing that got me. I was like, who gonna get off rides just to look at these goofy ass puppets that's been around here all day? But anyway, motherfuckers was running. A lot of people be swirling up there. So they was running to see all of the characters and they was hugging black people like shit. I said, it must be some black people in this one. And I told y'all, every character talked to Mimi, came up and hugged her, and she punched every last one of them.
Does Mimi know that shit is fake? You're dealing with a black child.
Mimi had some shit to say. she smacked Grover in the nose. Come here. And she cocked her hammer and just kept smacking the nose. And he kept trying to like pinch her nose. She wasn't playing that. I said, let me grab her because she was going to ball up her fist on the next. She smacked him like 5. And then everywhere I went, black kids was working.
Yeah, see,
like
nobody cared. Well, trust me, you know, when I went up there, I was up there at a time when Rosita did not exist.
Didn't exist.
You don't need Rosita or the restaurant. Trust me on that one.
Right.
You don't need either one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was trying to tell people. People was like, well, why would you take your son and your granddaughter there? I said, well, one, I already said I was going to do it before this controversy happened. Number two, I never get disrespected. To be honest, when we
went up there, LVZ, we did not get disrespect. We went as a family. And so nobody walked up. And in fact, they were making a beeline to my son and shaking his hand and everything.
Right, exactly.
They didn't do anything disrespectful.
So to be honest, this is what I was trying to tell people, Lisa, and I'm glad I'm here to say it. We got to stop putting the fucking onus on our children, giving up a childhood because one cocksucker want to be racist. No, they supposed to fire that bastard, get rid of the character like they did, pay the black family like they supposed to do, and then operate. Because I don't give a fuck if you thinking racist thoughts as long as you doing your motherfucking job when I get there. You can think whatever you want to think. I think most of the white people there was Peckerwoods, but that don't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. I'm there for my kids to have a good time.
Yeah,
we got to realize.
I know what you're saying, LVZ.
Right, because sometimes
even though the shit is sickening, them babies be watching TV. They be wanting to go to places, and you be sitting up there trying to explain this and that. And then when you make the promise, you know you don't make no black kid no promise. Mama, you said you were gonna take me to blah 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 and stuff. Your child will let you know if they don't like it. I don't want to come back here no more. They'll let you know
exactly.
Yeah, and they cool. They cool. They had their experience because my kids let me know certain places. I don't want to come back here no more. They phony. That's what my kids would say straight up. They phony. And then my youngest son, well, he's 25 now. He would tell me, "You need to go beat their ass." That's
right. That's what I'm about to say.
Them little kids would act up bad. My son would tell me they need to go beat their ass. He want me to go beat their ass. So,
right. So the onus, thank you, True Roy. Thank you. Because the onus shouldn't always be on us to rob our kids of a childhood because of some Peckerwood. Nah. My son ain't said, look, it's like I said, you know a fucked up feeling I had the other day, y'all. My nephew and my son and meet me all in the house. They like, Dad, can I go outside? Uncle Vark, I was like, yeah. They said, could we take the Nerf guns? I was like, it's too late. They looked at me. I was like, nah, it's too late. And they was like, all right. And they went outside and basically came right back in. This shit had me fucked up because I'm thinking to myself, like, nah, it get dark. Some cracker come here. I'm going to kill that motherfucker. I'm going to shoot him right here if he shoot any of these kids. And then I'm going to even get killed or go to jail tonight. And then I said, damn, the fact that I even got to think of all of that shit and that I got to sit and explain that to a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old, they just want to go out and do little boy shit that I used to do. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, man, you know, it's a point where we got to go, man, look, the onus ain't always on our kids to not have a childhood. Fuck that. I'm just going to have to defend them.
Yeah, because what we telling our kids constantly, no.
Right.
No.
That should build up resentment. That should build up resentment.
It does. And I have seen other races of kids act like a fucking fool out in the public. Nothing don't happen. Let one of our kids cut up out there. They'll act like the world had ended. But we constantly telling our kids, no. That's the first word your child end up learning. No. Because you're trying to save them from these racist motherfuckers. I just want to have my own shit, promoted it at the end of the day.
Exactly. I'm about to say, until we get the black amusement parks that we need and black, because I would love to run a black amusement park.
Yeah.
But but even if I did make one, we still need more than one. Everybody ain't gonna just come to the same one. We don't have shit like we need to start building it, thinking about shit like that. Because our children having a child, I see taking Jabari places like this, the difference that it make. I see how Mimi act when she is saying we got to the hotel. She said, "Oh, we at the home. We at home." She can barely talk, but she know what to say.
Have any of y'all been around kids that ain't been nowhere?
Yes.
I used to be around kids like that when I was growing up in the hood. There was a lot that never left the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I have been with kids that haven't experienced anything, and they get so excited they don't know how to act. And even the parents don't even know what the hell to do. I had to just take my children and just go have an experience. Them kids was just out of control, and I said it pissed me off in one sense, and it made me sad in another sense. You know, I had mixed emotions about it.
I was around this lady from Danville, Virginia. She had her granddaughter with her, and she never really left Danville before. Like, this was my daughter's godmother, and I just actually brought them up to where we live at one time just to let them hang out for the weekend. And I heard her granddaughter in the back say, "Mama, we going to we going up to DC." She was like, "Yeah, this is the first time we really ever been somewhere." And I said, "You ain't really going on. I mean, I know y'all live 4.5 hours away, but Virginia to DC really ain't shit." And then she said, "Well, no, Mama, you been to Norfolk before." I said, "God damn.
Wow.
That's still in Virginia." Damn, you think going to Norfolk is good?
You'd be surprised when you grow up in the hood, you come across a lot of people that never been anywhere. You
got folks in Mississippi ain't been out of Mississippi. Don't know. I mean, it shocks me.
My stepdaughter lived in Mississippi, and when she came to California, because we took her so many places, and then we doubled back and took her to Disneyland. When she got to Disneyland, she cried. She just cried.
Yep.
It was just too overwhelming for her. She had never experienced nothing like that in her life. And I was like, damn, what the child been doing?
Yeah, but a lot of people. It was just a lot of people that just didn't have a lot. So they didn't go anywhere. You know, it's not that they didn't have a desire to go nowhere, but financially, if the parents weren't making good money, they just took care of their immediate, you know, what they had to deal with every day. Their everyday living was more important than going places.
They're going places.
And look, did.
And that's why I love my dad, y'all, so much. That's why I brag on my dad, because he used to say that as a kid. He was like, you know, my mom and dad was dead. All I had was, you know, your great-great-grandmother, and she ain't really had much. I never really went nowhere. He was like, but you gonna go every fucking way. So like, when I used to have class trips out of town, like I told people, before I got out of elementary, I've been to Canada, Florida, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and I've been, and like from 2nd grade on, those is where we went. 6th grade, we went to Canada, and my father was like, shit, maybe we can't go together, but it ain't no reason you can't go. I want you, and that's why now I go get my granddaughter. We gonna hit the road. She gonna see some stuff. I'm gonna take my nephew with me. He gonna see some stuff.
That's one thing I loved about my father. And you know what would happen when we would go to, like, when we lived in Philly, we would go to Wildwood, we would go to Atlantic City, Ocean City, Maryland. We went everywhere, right? As soon as we would turn back on the street where we lived in the hood, everybody would be surrounding the car. Where'd y'all go? What you do? What was that like? They want to know all the details.
Wow.
Because they don't get to go to places like that. But you should have said, we couldn't even get in the house.
Everybody wanted to know what we did, what was it like? Oh, I hope I get to go one day, because they don't go nowhere. So they literally are living vicariously through you when you go somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was like before my oldest daughter graduated from high school, she went to synagogue for 3 weeks. Man, that was better. That was the best feeling in the world to me, for her to have that experience. Because to go to Africa for 3 weeks, you really get the experience. You know what I'm saying? She really got the experience before she graduated from high school, and folks were shocked that I let her go overseas by herself and stuff. She went back a few more times overseas by herself.
But
and this
you know
is
what?
before she had children.
Yeah. But that's an experience that she'll have with her for the rest of her life. No, we weren't famous on the block RY, but there were families on the street I grew up on. They didn't even have a car.
Yeah.
We had a car. My dad had 2 cars. He had one car he drove back and forth to work. And when I was little, we had a Pontiac GTO. And my mother would keep that car when my dad was driving. And when for her to get around. And there were families living on our street in the hood. Some of them didn't even have a car. They used to just catch the bus or catch the trolley, but they had no car.
Champagne toast, I'm sorry to hear that, little butt. It ain't too late. You still walking around. So it's time for you to go places because that's, like I told you, that's basically what my dad did with me. He was like, shit. And because we did go to New York. We did go to Atlantic City, like Lisa said before. My father would take us on road trips like that. He just don't like to drive as far as I drive. But my nephew, my niece like to travel now. My nephew, he can say he been out of Maryland, but he been with me. He been to Florida. He's been to New York. I've taken them places. It's planting that seed. Get your kids.
That's right. I can relate to what you're saying, LVZ, because my son has been to more places than I went when I was a child. We've taken him to so many places. He's been around more than us.
And I said that to Jabari. I said, Jabari, you 10 years old. You got me beat until I was past when I was 18 years old. I still ain't caught you yet in traveling. And y'all stop thinking it's hard. Let me go ahead and talk to my brothers and sisters. Let me tell you the same thing I told my daughter. Look, if you got a car, my car rusty and beat up, I don't want to hear that shit. If you think your car can make it to the next oil change, which is 3,000 miles, then you can get your ass on the road. You can drive 500 miles to the next state or the next big city. You could drive a 800 miles to the next place. And you could drive. And you get to see the road. Kids get to see stuff they don't really normally see. And you save money. Then and let me help y'all find places that's suitable for your children and you. Just Google them. Look them up. Set them up. A lot of times if you buy it online, y'all, it comes a little bit cheaper. So you could buy a package like this package. I was thinking about, I knew I was going to take me and Barry somewhere, but my nephew Oliver, he never goes anywhere. And it ain't because he don't got good parents. It's because he got hard working parents. Like my brother I had to talk to him. I said, bro, next year you got to come with us, man. I said, I don't care what it is. You got to save up. You got to think of something. I take care of the tickets for the kids. As long as you can get your room, we'll drive, we'll come up here. You got to do something and take your kid out, go out with him. Because, he going to have fun now that he's out of town. He with his cousin, he with his uncle. But it ain't the same as with his dad. And I know.
Yeah. And like he was saying, like, get in your car and go. I don't care if you got a Suburban or mid-size SUV to the smallest gas-saving car. These vehicles are designed today. If you traveling, you ain't gonna burn that much gas just driving straight.
No.
You ain't gonna burn no gas.
You know, and you know what else you don't have to do a lot with the cars today? You don't have to get all them oil changes like you did before in the past. They're a lot more efficient now.
See?
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
so
you do.
I mean, the maintenance is a way. I mean, compared to the past, the maintenance that you do on cars are minimal now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
You know, in the area I live in North Mississippi. Like we 4 hours from Atlanta, 3 hours from Nashville, an hour from Memphis,
Yeah.
2 hours from Birmingham. So we that's how we go out. We go out. We go out.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And then
We,
you know
man, we go out.
what we do is we get rooms with kitchenettes and cook.
Mm-hmm.
You
And I
know,
remember back in the day when we were in Philly, every now and then my dad would take us to the Dairy Queen for ice cream, and he would pack in a couple of kids on the street. They were like, "Oh, can we go?" And we pack them up in the car, and we would all go. I mean, you think about little things like that, but that meant a lot.
That
It
did.
really did.
It did. It really do. Mm-hmm.
But my dad used to do that. He would pack up as many kids on the street as possible and pack them up in the car, and we would all go to the Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. See, Celine, I had a beautiful teacher, may she rest in peace, named Miss Bobo, who taught us the value of traveling as kids early. And really, and like all of the kids that I went to elementary school with, we're still friends and we're like family. We're still in touch. And to this day, we all still travel.
You know
I
what
don't
I
give a
used to
damn
love
who it is.
about going down south, because we used to travel by car to go down south. And it was funny because we would all go at the same time, and I would see my family members in different cars driving down. We'd be waving at each
that's
other.
cool.
And then you would see some kids. Y'all remember back in the day when people would get them campers and those
the big
and you would see
RVs.
the kids sleeping through the windows in the campers. It was pretty cool back then.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, my dad, if there was little shops along the way, you know, like on I-95, we would stop in the little shops and get the souvenirs.
That's my dad.
That was fun.
Yeah, that is fun. That is
And
fun
then when
doing
you
that.
got down south, because you know we were from the city, you would always see like the sodas, Coke, Pepsi, Sprite, right? When you got down south, you saw strawberry soda, pineapple
Yeah, that's
soda,
true.
green apple
Yeah.
soda. I was like, damn, I've never seen them flavors up north.
You know what I was thinking about, because my grandfather would always take me down south every summer when I was a child. And one night we went to a juke joint in the woods, and they had the kids there. The kids was in the back partying. The adults was in the front. I mean, it was every age of person you could think of. They was frying up chicken and fish. Them black folks was partying in them woods.
Yeah, but you know what, y'all? But you know what, True Royal? That's where the best food was.
Yes.
If you notice, whenever black folk had them outdoor sort of restaurants with the picnic tables,
That's
that
right.
was probably the
Yeah,
best
baby.
eating. That was the best eating you would have down there in the south.
And you got to have the brother with the barbecue star stain on his motherfucking bed.
And that's all these guys would, and they made a killing. It used to be all these black men, and they would have these large grills.
Yes.
And they would have everything you can
Yeah.
imagine on them
It'd be
grills.
stinking.
And all they would have for you to sit at were a bunch of picnic tables, but that was the best food you ever ate in your life.
But you know, I'm gonna tell y'all something to wig me out. So I went down south one summer, and I'll never forget this because I went twice. I went to a government liquor store, but I was not allowed in there, and that blew my mind because I'm a California kid from San Francisco, and I remember my grandparents said, "Oh, baby, you can't come in the car." And it was and I didn't know they had stuff like that. So you know, you think of things like that it was a government owned store, and they went in there.
But you know what?
That's what they got in the South. Like they got the government warehouses for liquor. Reason they all the liquor got to go there first to get taxed. They tax it there first.
You know what?
If they ship it out to the store.
And you know what, y'all, when you went to them little wooded areas with the picnic tables and the brothers cooking on the grill, you got so much. I remember all the food. It would be so much food on the plate, I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, they be
And I
piling shit
remember,
up there.
and I
You
remember
always
when
take
you
shit
got,
with
and I remember when you got a corn on the cob, they practically gave you a whole stick of butter.
Oh
for your
Lord!
corn on- for
You
your
know what,
corn on the
Lisa?
cob.
One time I went down to Dallas, and we actually did have a Big Mama, for real. Big Mama. Her name was Aunt Helen, but we called her Big Mama. And Big Mama took me to go pick some peaches with these folks. I ain't never in my life since then seen peaches that big. We had the whole trunk full of peaches, boxes in the back seat full of them peaches, out of Texas like that. And then we just sat on the porch the next day, and they was canning them, and I mean, man, I mean,
You know, and you would always, and I remember when we would know when we were getting close to my grandmother's house down in Georgia, because you would all of a sudden see all of these black people with their fruit and vegetable stands out there.
Yeah.
You could get some collards, and I mean, the sweet potatoes were so big.
That
To
was back.
this day,
Look,
I've never seen those sweet potatoes that
this
big
the
than
wild
I did
shit.
in the South.
So I'm listening to y'all talk about the South and all of that, and y'all know where I grew up at. That shit is just Southern Maryland to me. All y'all just said was, damn, y'all drove all the way past Maryland, and it was all of that was right there. I swear, we had a peach
We
tree.
drove all the way past Maryland, LVZ, because that's where my family was.
Yeah, okay.
in the
See,
South.
look, that's what I'm telling you. That people be like the South. I be like, dude, do y'all know Southern Maryland, where my great grandmother grew up, is basically the South. Them motherfuckers was part of the Confederacy.
Wow.
And look, they had a peach tree in their front yard. I used to see that shit every summer. We'd go out there till I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Mr. Pirate Brain, you said you grew up in Columbia, Maryland. Do you know I went to Columbia, Maryland for 1 week on a business trip?
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, but I stayed at the Residence Inn.
Yeah, Resident. I know where that is.
Yeah.
On 32. I know where you at.
Columbia. Yep. I drove
So, look,
down there because I had to go to a meeting for 1 week.
You know what?
One of my nostalgic joints, Sharon Bonner just said, my bad, True Roy.
Go ahead.
Sharon Bonner said she had a teacher that took her skin. So I'm gonna give y'all a 9th grade story. They took us skiing, right? The talented and gifted class. We went skiing. My father was like, hell yeah, you gonna go skiing with them? This was my 11th grade year. So we go on the ski trip. I'm like, up in Pennsylvania, at least. I'm like, I ain't never been skiing, but they gonna take us shopping at the Polo Outlet and all of that too the day after and all of that. So I get up, we all going skiing. They like, LeVar, you gonna ski? I'm like, I don't know how to ski, man. I know how to play basketball, not ski. So they like, no, we're gonna teach you. So everybody going down the ramp, I'm seeing the girls do it. I can't be outstaged by everybody, so I'm gonna do it. And I get on the skis, y'all, and I go down the practice ramp, and I do it. But it was this pretty girl I was talking to, and they forgot, and they was telling me how to stop. And my dumb ass was talking while she was telling me how to stop. I did not know how to stop. So I get down the bottom of the ramp, and I'm looking good. Somehow I accidentally stopped, and I said, okay, well, let me try that again. I go up another one, a bigger practice ramp, and I can't stop. I'm flying down this motherfucking jump. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not gonna fall though. I ain't falling. Believe it or not, it's hard to fall on skis.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I said, I can't fall. I'm good. I'm good. But I'm flying. I'm like, but I can't stop. I can't stop. And at the end, they got these huge piles of snow way at the end of the snow ramp. You supposed to been there, stop. I went face first into that snow, y'all. It was a big ass print of my body. Motherfuckers was laughing. Oh, I was laughing myself. It was a big print of my body in that cocoon. Like, damn.
That's funny. That's funny.
What's so funny? I used to have an American Eskimo dog. That was the last dog I owned. I had him for 19 years. The last year he was alive, we had 36 inches of snow in New Jersey. And I said, okay, we got to go out and dig out a spot so he can go to the bathroom. So we went out. He walked up to that wall of snow and stuck his head all the way in. He stuck his head all the way in this wall of snow. He used to love the snow.
Oh, wow.
He loved the snow.
Yeah, we had an Eskimo spit, but he died of heat stroke. It was too hot.
He was too hot. Yeah,
you know what I was trying to mention was
a question for you after True Royal.
What I was trying to mention was when I had went down south, you know, being a city kid, you know, you get up and have breakfast. You might have a bowl of cereal, a bowl of hot cereal, or maybe somebody, you know, like on the weekend they might. Yeah, they might
Not
really
down
have
south.
No, but down south, I remember when I woke up, Aunt Helen had fried chicken, cooked
I'm
bacon.
about to say no.
She baked
Hell
a half,
yeah.
she baked a half a ham. She had all
See?
these biscuits, had the grits and the
Yep.
pancakes. And so I said to my grandfather, I called him Papa. I said, Papa, Aunt Helen cooked for the whole day. He said, nah, baby, that's breakfast. I
That's
never
breakfast.
seen so much
Yep.
food in my
Yep.
life.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
how they eat down there. My grandmother
how they
I actually used to have fun in the morning with my grandma. My grandmother used to raise chickens. So she and I would walk out to the barn and get all the eggs that she would use for breakfast. And I remember I would just go in there and help her gather the eggs. And that was a lot of fun. And when you went in the barn, you would see some of the chickens would be laying on the eggs. Some of the little chicks would be running around in there. And then you had the bigger chickens that were in there. And she would just leave the doors open so they could just go in and out of the barn anytime they felt like it.
Wow.
But we used to go out there and get the fresh eggs every morning just for breakfast.
Wow.
Just for breakfast.
Wow, that
Hey,
weeks
look.
you have to see that much food in one morning. And I mean, that woman got up every morning and cooked like that.
That is how they are in the South.
And I would great tell y'all.
That's how
Do
they
y'all
are.
know? But do you know slavery is a motherfucker? It makes a wild tradition, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Don't it?
See, that now what people don't know, people.
For you, Big Mike.
Huh? What you say, Lisa?
Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Big Mike, did you ever read or listen to the writings of Abraham?
I read the Apocalypse of Abraham.
Okay, well, there's one called The Writings of Abraham. And I was listening to it. Do you know it gives a full description of what Sarah looked like? Because you know Sarah was the most beautiful woman on earth. It gave a full head to toe description of what Sarah looked like. And I could almost picture it in my head. They gave a very explicit description of what she looked like. If y'all never listened to it, go out there and listen to it, because it's got a lot of stuff that you probably never heard before. But it gives a full description of what Sarah looks like. And when I got finished listening to it, and I'm wondering if she was albino, because it talked about how light her skin was, and she was blue. Sarah had blue eyes.
Wow.
But she was still a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives a full description of what she looked like. If you get a chance, all of you, try to, even if you can't get a PDF or anything out there, go online, go on YouTube, and there's a couple of people that got the writings of Abraham out there. Listen to it. It gives a lot of deep description about these people. You know, one thing I didn't know, and I don't mean to get all into the Bible thing, I knew that the Most High
was not feeling Lot, but he still kind of helped Lot out because he was a relative of Abraham. And at first I didn't understand, but I now understand. The Most High wanted Lot to live in a certain location. And instead of living in the location that the Heavenly Father wanted him to be in, Lot chose to live in Sodom and Gomorrah. So the Heavenly Father was upset with Lot for making that decision. But he still made sure Lot and his family were protected, living in that area. He didn't want him there at all. He did not want Lot living over there at all. But Lot wanted to, he wanted to live in that area. But our Heavenly Father was upset about that. But he still,
it's funny you said that about Sarah, Abraham's wife, because when they went into Egypt, he told Sarah that, he told Pharaoh that was his sister instead of his wife. Yes, because he told Pharaoh.
Listen to it, Big Mike, because it goes even deeper into it about that too. Yeah.
I gotta check that out. What's the name of it? What's the name of
it? The Writings of Abraham. If you can't find it, email me and I'll send you the link so you can listen to it. But it goes into a lot of details about certain people. And y'all remember the story about Sarah, and she kicked out the concubine. What was her name again?
Ishmael mama.
Right. Ishmael's mother, right? What she was doing? Sarah couldn't get pregnant, right? Y'all remember Sarah was trying to get pregnant. Sarah couldn't get pregnant. Well, what it was saying was, what was her name? What was her name?
Her name was Hagar.
Hagar, right, Hagar. What Hagar was doing was getting in Sarah's face and saying, you couldn't get pregnant by Abraham. I laid with Abraham one time and I got pregnant. Do you know she was putting that up in Sarah's face? That's how she got put out.
Wow.
And she was a little slick ass. She wasn't doing that mess when Abraham was around. Whenever Abraham was not around and it was just her and Sarah, she was mocking Sarah. And she was letting Sarah know, see how fast I got pregnant? You can't even get pregnant. She was doing that stuff to Sarah. That's why she got so upset.
Boy, AT Sarah slapped the hell out of Hagar. Boy, the sign went off through the camp like a shotgun barrel.
And Sarah felt betrayed. And the reason why Sarah felt betrayed by Hagar is because Sarah raised Hagar as a child.
Wow.
Raised Hagar like that was her daughter. And then that's how she treated her because she didn't get pregnant before her. But yeah, she had turned on Sarah. And Sarah was upset about that because she said, I raised her from a little girl. How is she going to turn
what that sound
like this?
Hey, who that sound like, y'all? Sound like some Woody Allen shit right there.
But that gets deep. Y'all, if you get a chance, it's about 3 hours long. You might need to take some breaks in between or just kind of break it up over the next few days and check it out.
I'm definitely gonna look.
And if you can't find it, please send me the email. I put my email in every single chat. Just email me and I'll send you the link so you can listen to it. But it is
one more Bible thing. You put out the other day, Lisa, that the earth is speeding up, right?
Yes.
So if the earth speeds up, that means time is getting faster, right?
It is.
Yes, and we lost a millisecond. We lost a millisecond.
Yeah.
You can
I read it second Baruch. He said he was gonna speed up the time, he's gonna speed up the seasons, the years, and the months.
Exactly.
And the reason he said he's speeding it up for the judgment, I said, boy, look at the Most High work.
Amen.
Yeah, it is. But y'all check it out because there's a lot more in there that I haven't told you. But check it out. I think all of you are going to really, really enjoy it. I'll put my email in the chat.
Hey, Lisa, would you possibly just think about considering maybe Bible study, just playing portions of it?
Well,
we
the
get it
thing is,
all?
it's kind of long.
Okay.
I could do it, but what I want y'all to do, because the best learning, True Royal, is when you can sit on your own
Yeah, that's
and
true.
study or listen.
Okay.
Because the reason why I'm telling you that is because whenever you don't understand the part, you can always rewind it and go back to the part until you understand it. That's how I learned the Bible. When I
Okay.
was going through the entire Bible, whenever there was a part I did not quite understand, I would go back to it. And that's the beauty of studying on your own, because you can take as long as you need to learn something. You don't have to go at somebody
Okay.
else's pace.
Somebody else's pace.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So no, I want you to listen to it on your own.
I
And
will.
if you want, we can spend some time talking about your experience in listening to it. We
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
But
Okay. I'll do that.
it's one of those books that was not canonized, y'all. That's what it is. But it really does have a lot of very significant information in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, like
Well,
I said, just send me the email and I'll send you the link if you can't find it on your own.
well, fam, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna step away.
Yes, Jet Black.
I'm not feeling so great, but
Okay.
but I really wanted to be here, and I appreciate the camaraderie and the love with the family. And I will be back. I thank y'all for your prayers. I am getting better and everything. This is a sign to show that I am getting better. And I have so much love and respect for Lisa. I said I wasn't gonna miss this. So I'm gonna go rest, family.
Yes, please go
Go
rest.
rest.
And
Get your
I'll
rest.
touch
We love you.
bases with you later.
All right, Lisa. Okay.
All right. All right.
right.
And we're gonna conclude anyway, because we done been on here for damn near 3 hours. So everybody, please enjoy the rest of your night. It was so much fun coming together and doing this, and we'll definitely do this again. And Big Mike, whenever you get through the whole thing, reach out to me because I want to know what you think.
Okay, I want to get right on it.
All right, y'all. Everybody take care. Thank you.
Shalom.
Shalom, family.
Shalom.
We love you. Peace.